and girls, we are ready to rock and roll and have a Gears Day, yeah. And so that number one in the house is Spuddy. Spuddy, so good to see you. Wrong one. Okay, check it out. So my light fixture that had the black light fell and broke. And it is sitting, you can see it right here, stretching across. It's all broke, so I gotta use a stupid light here. So you're not gonna have the black light effect. I'm so sorry, folks. No black light effect today. Hopefully everybody's having an awesome day. It's Friday. DPG, so funny, dude. I'm perusing Facebook and your name popped up. I'm like, is that DPG? Paul, you get your message Discord. I'm like, I went back. Yeah, it's, hey, happy Friday, Pete. DPG, like, so that's legit you? Because that is a Facebook suggestion, and we don't have any friends together or anything like that. That's so funny. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh. You can send me a Chris if you want. I'll accept it. DPG. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. We're gonna have some Gears time. Just waiting for stinking James. It's like trafficking network with socials. DPG, this summer, did you go meet your future woman? For Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. Oh my gosh, so excuse. Wow. Wow. I'll get my aux booted up. Oh wow, no, I haven't met future yet. I went to UK instead. Oh, what? You went to the UK instead of meeting your woman? Your future woman? Oh. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, this week we have snow. We have snow on the ground. It happened last night, and I thought I was going to have to shovel the driveway, and I didn't have to shovel the driveway, but we still got lots of snow. Paul, I couldn't find you on Facebook. Well, no, you don't know my name, but for some odd reason, yours popped up, dude. It's so weird. Gears Fire, a war that will be won. Close achievement, re-up 40 times. That's only 25 achievement to re-up 40 times. I don't even know where I'm at. I think I'm at like 30 or something. Oh, 30. Oh, I'm at 35. Okay. Jam. Finally, James. All right, let me get the Xbox app going here. Going her. Ba-da-da. Scooby-Doo-Doo. Scoop-Dooby-Doo. Let's see. This, and then let me see if I can get this party. Start a party. Because it is different. Skip. Bum, bum. All right, we are now in a party. Let's get this party started. Chat options. Oh, here we go. That's fine. All right, Xbox party started. No snow here, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Where are you at, DPG? Are you in Jersey? Are you in Ontario? You're in Jersey. Okay, that's what I thought. New Jersey. Hey, New Jersey. All right, let's go. It's quiet in here. Invite some friends to get the party started. I don't have the accent. No, I didn't think it did, man. New Jersey. You know what's funny is the amount of hours. How many hours do I actually have in this game? Urban Pharaoh. My profile. Let's go right here. Like social gaming. Gaming achievements. And stats. Oops. I have 18 days, 23 hours, and 56 minutes, and I still haven't played all the game modes in this game. You might have to invite us. It won't let us join. What, to the party, James? Lee. Cmaj. Send party invites. Oh, that's what, like, this Xbox app is friggin' messed up, man.
There we go.
Hey, let me see if I can get Pete
How you
in
doing,
here.
Piggity Paul?
Doing awesome. How about you, dude?
Snazzy groovy, my friend. How cold is it in that basement?
It's chilly. My hands and feet are freezing. Hey!
Did you want to grab a quick hot water bottle before we
Oh,
start?
shut up. Stop that.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there is. Stop it. What is happening here? Hold on. Oh, so Spuddy. Okay, Spuddy was able to join, and you guys weren't?
I joined off of Lee.
Ah, okay. Well, that's friggin' weird. I did send Pete an invite. Oh, oh.
How long have you got, Mr. Paul?
I got until 5:30, so we got like 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me pick a good map.
Did Pete join?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
Pete.
Pete!
I'll see you, Paul. I don't see you online.
Yeah, that's what the boys were
Yeah,
saying. It's
same
so
here.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing you as a pure offline.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also saying like you were last online 4 days ago, and it's like, well, that can't be true.
Well,
That's weird.
appear offline. Oh my gosh. So I was appearing offline. Sorry, boys.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I was thinking you're trying to avoid me or something.
Never. Never.
I don't blame. I wouldn't blame you for that.
No way. You never, like, we never harass each other anyways. It's all good.
Yeah.
well,
Well, we harass you, Lee, because it's easy.
yeah.
It's
We
easy.
have earned a certain amount of seniority that
That's
there's a
right.
respect factor that doesn't apply to you youngsters.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Oh, that's amazing.
Whippersnappers.
Yeah. You'd still.
You guys.
You're still wearing diapers, as far as I'm concerned.
Freaking right.
Do you guys want to do the farm or the mall?
The mall?
Yeah, the shopping mall.
Well, we have
Oh,
a
is that the one that's like out on the street?
out
no, the
here in the
inside mall.
street. You know what? Let's do the
No,
mall.
do the
Farm-
farm.
Oh wait, no, hold
I-
on. Pete can't do his attack in the mall though, right?
Yeah.
So we might as well do the
No,
farm.
you can do your attack
do
in
the
the indoor maps. They fixed that from Gears 4.
Oh, did
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've loaded the farm, so let's do that. Let's turn that off.
The farm.
Turn that off.
Because that was extremely annoying. Gears War 4, you couldn't do hammer strikes on indoor maps.
they? Yeah, that would suck.
Because I played a game where someone wasted all of our power trying to do hammer strikes on the submarine map. I did not realize we were both anchors.
E.
All right. Well, Pete, how's your Thanksgiving going? Your Thanksgiving weekend.
Fantabulous.
All right, good.
But I ate like a goddamn pig. Even like midnight, I opened like this thing of pepperoni and I ate the whole thing, the whole bag.
Nice. All right.
That's what Thanksgiving's for.
Yeah, I know. But I still like today. I gotta go to the gym and work out for 2 hours to burn that shit off.
If you wanted to be anchor, I could have switched.
No, I just forgot to change. I don't know who I want to be, to be honest.
Where do we usually? Well, we've been to different places here. Sometimes
yeah.
we're up on the right, and sometimes we're.
Lee's channeling
This is
his
one of
inner
those-
they
Yeah,
them.
this is one of those maps. This is
Yeah,
one of
what?
those maps where we go where the taps are.
Yeah,
All right,
true.
hold
Yeah.
on. Where is the
Alright.
tab?
Looks like we're going
Oh.
barn.
Okay, we're back.
What's that, Lee?
Okay.
Lee, what were you saying?
No, I was just wondering what you were saying.
No, because you said you didn't know who you want to be. So I said you're channeling your inner they
Oh,
them.
Right.
That was,
Binary Lee.
I get it. I get it.
that's right.
Oh, Spuddy and
Yeah.
Pete, are you guys okay? I mean, you must be devastated. I heard the news that Ellen DeGeneres is moving to the UK because she
Oh,
can't
you can
deal
have
with,
her.
with Trump.
That ugly, you know what? You can have her. Little,
Oh, I forgot.
Problem
she
is, I don't
existed.
want her.
yeah. I
Well,
wouldn't
we
want
don't
her
want her.
either.
she might as well be in
And
the
apparently she's a
UK.
really horrible person, and it's been revealed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's why the show ended, apparently.
Yeah,
More
and
like
it's so,
Ellen DeGenerate.
yeah,
That's what.
absolutely.
Oh crap!
Oh shit!
Did you see the picture that that guy did of Trump's face, but it's made up of thousands of little pictures of liberals crying over his victory?
That's
Did you
so
see that?
awesome.
There's never ending source of amusement.
Did you get? So here's the thing: the pendulum is now rapidly switching to the other side. Did you guys see the new Apple commercial for
Yeah, I heard about
AirPods?
it. I
haven't,
didn't see
no.
it, but I heard it.
It's a
heard
2-minute video of a heterosexual white couple with their white daughter, and it's just a wholesome trailer.
Thank
For
God.
it's
Go back to the
mind blowing.
roots. Yeah, it's funny how it's
Yeah.
like the dramatic change like
Yeah.
so quickly.
Hey, lazy! Thank you for the
Well,
$5
it's
euros.
just-
Been too long, brother.
But it makes
People
sense.
no
Oh,
longer have
shtick.
to be fake anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
That's right.
Even Walmart's like changing all.
Oh,
their
Shtick, so good to
DUI
see you,
policies
dude.
and
Of course I remember. Glad to see you're still
Yeah,
streaming. Hope
good.
you're doing well. I'm doing amazing.
need
Thank
that
you
as
so
it is.
much,
They make
man.
money.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
the
incredible.
bottom line.
Pete, I got your thing there.
Oh, my,
I'm super
weapons
sad.
open. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That my favourite car brand has gone woke.
I love it. I
That's-
love
Oh,
it.
no.
That is just absolutely horrendous.
Lee, you need a forge,
Oh.
right?
How could they
I can
misread?
sort that out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I
Double
don't
down
know.
on that bullshit. That's incredible.
It's mind
Yeah,
blowing.
and their CEO basically said, if you don't like it, then the problem's you, not us.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well,
Well,
Check
we'll
out-
see what the sales.
check out your
determine.
sales numbers next year.
That's the whole thing. I don't know why
And
they
talk
would
to
make
Bud
that
Light.
change.
They could talk to you about what happens when you do that stupid
Yeah,
After
that's
all.
shit.
Yeah.
Rewind the clocks back 30 years, and businesses were having a pissing contest on who was more Christian.
Do you want to know what's funny about
yeah,
that commercial, the Jaguar commercial? The one,
There's not even a car in it.
well, other than that, but there's the scene where the dude is dressed in a red dress, has the hammer. They
yeah.
cut that scene out when they aired that commercial in the Arab or in the Arab countries
Oh,
or whatever.
really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
that's
cut
the
that
other
scene
thing, it's
out.
Double standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
The commercials are completely different in Middle East.
This
They
is
take
the
all
first time
that
it came
little
around when
gay
you're
shit
playing
out of it.
Detroit. Because yes, that was a long time ago, man.
Because that's stuff.
Wow.
Because that's
So good to see you, though,
legally
dude.
illegal over there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
just like when
Genuinely made it.
what's hilarious is when like game developers are complaining about how their stuff is universally panned, and it's like you do realize that gaming is more than just Western Europe and the United States.
sure.
Right. Right. Worldwide.
Yeah,
It's just-
we'll see. Oh crap.
The robots. I can't stand it. Oh, so. That's stuff.
But yeah, even crap, another robot. Whatchamacallit? What's the Avowed? That's coming out. That's I don't know if you guys are tuning into that whole fiasco.
No, what's happened with that?
The lead art director, he
Oh
has
yeah, you went nuts.
he went nuts, and nothing's being done about him yet, which is crazy. But even he's harassing Elon Musk, just going on this the woke tirade, going crazy. And yeah, you guys gotta watch that stuff because this is a riot.
I genuinely think he's just mentally unwell.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
I can't wait to see Snow White.
He's literally just going full Kanye West.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Spuddy, do you need a weapons locker?
No, I've got passive ammo regen.
Okay. Let me get us a little protection over here, Pete.
Yeah. Slow him down a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, it's insane what is going on
Thank
right
God. It's just like I just feel so much better about the world right now than I did like a month ago.
now. Yeah. Even like Isaiah and I had a pretty lengthy conversation this morning about it, just especially with Apple doing their thing too, which was it was just surprising, but good to see.
But it's very encouraging. That's how I would put it, you know.
Yeah.
Because they've been pretty woke all along.
Yeah, which I think that's what's surprising everyone. Now that doesn't mean they're going to stay like that.
Yeah,
but
no,
just
it's whatever the way the wind's blowing, that's how they go.
Yeah.
Whatever makes them money.
Yeah.
Sure. This is it.
Shows there's no integrity in business though anymore.
No, that's true.
There never was.
Yeah, there never
You
was.
can't lose what you never had.
Like that's a bottom line right there.
They always try
It's
and
just
present it as we run with integrity.
It's just like
they
people
try
say
to,
how
but they fail every time.
they say like how Hollywood doesn't have class anymore. They never had. You can't lose what you never had in the first place. It's just the mask fell off, that's all. They were better at hiding it back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, now Elon Musk had tweeted at Sadetya, whatever his name is, the head dude from Microsoft, because so the lead art director for Obsidian, for this Veilguard game, or the game that's coming out, or Avowed, he has it in his. He put out an advertisement that if there's any black creators that would like to show them his portfolio, they have priority because there's too many too many crusty white dudes that are in the industry. Too many crusty white dudes. That's what he said. And so I tweeted at Xbox, Microsoft, Phil Spencer. I was like, hey, are your games no longer for me anymore? What is happening?
Yeah. The other thing is
It's
too.
also what he just tweeted violates the Civil Rights Act.
Yes.
Let's just hire people based on their merit and not based on their skin color. You know,
Yep.
let's just stick to that principle.
Yeah.
That would work. Just
That's
really nice.
literally in the Civil Rights Act. So
Yeah, it's like
violated
it's just
the law.
racism, but the other way. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's the reverse.
It's what they
racism.
have. It's what they have in South
Well-
Africa, and it's partly the reason why Mooney has struggled to get a job over there.
Yeah. I can see that. You know, especially
And she
there.
says it's just completely the other way. White people are really deprioritized. Like she had to go to the hospital with her mum for something last week, and she was waiting for hours. And it's kind of a first come first served basis in there. But she saw individuals of color go in and able to skip the queue, just because of that very reason.
Yeah. That's...
Okay.
And when it comes to work, companies are forced to prioritize people of color over white people.
Yeah.
In fact, they have a specific law, and I've forgotten what it's called now, that says companies must hire black people. Doesn't matter if they're qualified or not, they just have to hire.
Yeah.
it's
And I can't
positive
remember what-
discrimination. That's what it's called.
It's called affirmative action is the law.
Yeah.
That's the law.
I call it racism of low standards.
Yeah.
That's not
Which is not-
equality anymore. That's just
No.
just now
Yeah.
you tip the tables the
It's-
other way. I mean,
What you're saying
Yeah.
is that effectively they're saying black people are incapable of competing with white people because they're inferior. Therefore, we
Right.
must prioritize them.
Oh snap! Yeah, I suppose if you look at it that way,
Yeah, that's why you get so many people in jobs that aren't qualified.
That's why I call it racism of low standards. You're saying that they're inferior and that they need a help in your hand.
yeah, which is to me that's the most insulting thing that you can even do to a person.
Yeah, it's
is-
patronizing.
Yeah, exactly, totally.
That's why all the skilled white South Africans have left the country.
Yeah.
And the country's
Eventually,
fallen
what'll
in such
happen? What
disrepair.
happened to Zimbabwe is what will happen to them.
Yeah, with the white farmers.
Yeah.
Why? What happened in Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe went from being the breadbasket of Africa to being a starving shithole.
Okay.
So, I think it was the
nice shot, Pete.
1980s, the new ruler of South Africa decreed that every white farmer must hand over their land to, black people. So he took
Yeah.
all of the land that was owned by white people, gave it to black people, and they didn't know how to run anything. And he actually killed. Well, he killed any white. I forget his name.
Robert Mugabe.
Affirmative action
Mugabe,
regulates
that's
a
it.
good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He killed
Pure
any
legends!
white farmer that disagreed. So all the farmers who were feeding the country lost their land. And it was given to people who just let the land go to waste because they didn't know how to run it. They just wanted the land. So they had a massive food crisis.
Oh my God, that's so
Huh.
convoluted.
That's insane.
And now
Yeah.
they are begging white people to come back into giving them land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard that.
Well, who would want
What?
to go back now? I
Yeah.
mean, you blew it.
Oh, that's insane. Ow. That hurt.
The cure for racism isn't to reverse it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But, like I said, the pendulum is swinging back, so we'll see what happens. And hopefully we can find some happy medium.
Yep. Common sense. Just needs
Yeah.
to prevail.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
really the bottom line, real.
Common sense ain't common anymore.
Nope.
No.
That's true.
What airline was it that said it was going to prioritize DEI hires over skill?
Oh, shoot. Right.
Oh, jeez. Never fly on that airline.
I,
My
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
Must be Spirit.
You put your
I
life
don't
in the
know.
hands of those pilots. I mean,
Yeah.
there
If
are
you
no fender
question it-
benders up in the 30,000
No,
feet up in
that's
the air.
right.
Yeah.
Who's that guy who goes to college? Charlie Kirk.
Oh, Charlie
Yes.
Kirk, I love
He
that
was
dude.
saying, "Why are you calling me racist? If I'm on a plane, I want to know my pilot is there because they're an amazing pilot, not
Right.
because they fit a DEI box. I don't
Right,
care if they're
exactly,
black,
yeah.
brown, green, or
Right.
anything. I just want them to be skilled."
We read too much right wing stuff? I don't know about that. Pure legends. That's funny.
Yeah. No, that's life. That's a life experience. I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
That's not something I read about. I've experienced it.
Yeah, I've seen it in my workplace. People who've got to positions that can't actually do the job, but it's quite clear they've ticked a certain box, shall we say.
Yep.
Oh,
Roar.
are you on call, Paul?
No, I am done.
Ah, nice. I am on call until Monday.
Oh, okay.
Paul, do you have a scorcher?
I do not.
I'm carrying one right now.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Thank you, dude.
It's right there.
Spuddy, how's things going at Walmart now that we're on the run up to Christmas?
Same old, same old.
So odd. What about you, Paul? Are you going into all your change freezers and things now?
Not until the middle of December. Wait a minute. You don't think race has anything to do with it? Oh my gosh, pure legends. Pure legends. even the company I work for. I'm just saying it's there is so much diversity hire that the government helps pay for and subsidize with companies. In Canada alone, when we brought in tons of temporary foreign workers, all our companies took advantage of it and they're still milking it. And they're getting it, and Canada's in huge trouble because of it. I can tell you right now, sir.
I can't tell you how many times I was pressured into hiring a minority candidate over more qualified non-minority candidates, but I never did because it was ultimately my call.
Sure. And
I mean,
and-
I hired the best possible person for the job, not
right,
the
you didn't
best
care about
race.
color.
Right. I couldn't care less. But my job interviews, I would ask people very specific questions, and based on how they answered those questions is how,
Right.
not based on their personality or their culture or any of that stuff. It's irrelevant to me.
Right.
Like if the best person for the job happened to be a minority, then awesome.
Great.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
But,
Yeah,
but
I'm not
that's
going to
not
hurt
the main.
myself. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want the
it's not
best
the-
person. Yeah, of course.
You know, it's
Yeah.
Makes sense to
But
me.
if you don't
be
come
what
to
you
if you don't
base a
come to the
candidate
job
on.
interview prepared, you're not going to get the job.
Right.
That's it.
That sounds like we're taking advantage of a populace that's desperate for work, not racist abuse of power. Oh my good. You're in the UK, right, Pure Legends?
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That 100% matters. And we've proven it here over and over and over.
Oh, by the way, Warzone still isn't working.
Dude, I don't
I
know
can
what you
set my-
did.
You
I
completely
reset
broke
my
your
Xbox.
Warzone.
Oh, Grubby's inside.
What happens when you try and load it?
No, it's only the Warzone part. I can play cards like multiplayer and that. I just can't
So
load
the one
Warzone.
bit you need to play is the one bit you can't play.
Right,
Yeah,
which
pretty
is
much.
really messed up. I don't know what he did to it.
I just think he doesn't want to jump on anymore and he doesn't have the guts to say it.
That's what I think.
I'm joking.
See,
I'm
see,
joking.
I was afraid you were gonna say that. You were gonna think
Ah.
that kind of stuff.
Good to go. Good point. The UK is way different.
Yeah, there's a lot of questionable things happening over here. Judge, was it Linda or Lucy something, has recently sentenced a former soldier to 2 years in prison for a Facebook comment about how this guy said some pretty racist things. I'm not going
I
to
know,
repeat
but
what
still,
he said.
yeah, but that's that. You don't go to
And-
jail for being a bigot.
Abdul something or other, in the same breath, raped a 14-year-old girl and was given a 4-year suspended sentence. Didn't go to jail.
Okay.
So we literally now live in a society where if you complain about minorities on Facebook, you're going to jail. But if you literally rape someone, you can get away with not going to jail.
Not for nothing, but I don't see how America can be allies with a country that does that.
Yeah. So,
I saw. Sorry, Karen.
no, I was just going to say, Pure Legend says, I get the base idea. I support those who come from disadvantaged backgrounds to support their communities and stuff. So, Pure Legends,
Be
I
my
got to
guest.
ask, what about these illegal immigrants that are flocking over to the UK? What are your thoughts on that? Because I know what James
Unvetted.
thinks about it. Go ahead, James.
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
All right, sorry.
So our government in the last week has had to requisition another 4 hotels from public use to house illegal asylum seekers.
That's mind blowing. How is that even constitutional?
It's not, but we're tied to EU law. So EU law states that
I thought
if
you weren't part of it anymore.
Whoa! What about
we're not
Brexit?
we're not part of the EU, but we're still bound by the ECHR, the European Court of Human Rights. If they
Ah,
say
so-
something,
So
we
it sounds like
can't go
Brexit was
against
a
it.
waste of time.
if it's
so,
yeah,
right?
well, we have to be seen to fail so that no one else does it.
Okay.
Yeah, if someone comes illegally from a country that's war-torn or is considered unsafe, it is illegal to deport them back to that country. So we're stuck with them.
Hold up, I'm pulling up my stats. All right, you pull up your stats all you want, dude. I love
Those
it.
stats mean nothing to me.
I don't know. So Pure Legends is either going to prove James wrong, that James been lying this whole time, or something.
It's all you have to do is live your life and look around, and you see all
Yeah.
the shit around you. I don't need any stats to see that.
All
The
I
crime
know,
going way up.
Canada has
Yeah.
4.9 million people that have to be deported back, and JT has no plan to get them back or anything like that. And they are just an absolute nightmare. Not all of them, but a lot of these pro-Hamas terrorist group supporters are just friggin' driving me insane. Like even in New York in the parade, a pro-Hamas, they just blocked the entire...
They should have shot each and every one of them right on the spot. Just fucking put a bullet in their head.
It's mind-blowing. I'm just so sick of it.
Enough with that fucking garbage.
I get double annoyed because obviously you guys know I've got a missus who's in a different country, who we will, in the next few years want to have her emigrate to the UK, and they've made it much more difficult to do it legally and much more expensive.
Oh, shoot.
But if she were to come here illegally, she'd get to stay for free. She'd get a free So if I want Mooney to have access to the health service, it would cost me £1,000 just to sign her up to be able to use limited services.
Yeah,
But if she came here illegally,
limited.
she would get access, and this is something I didn't know about. They get access to private healthcare for free. Not just NHS.
So
yeah, I know. But they've made it harder to come here legally.
Well,
They released the net migration figures yesterday. It was in the news, and I was reading it. That there've been way too many people coming to the country, and I think it was something like 907,000.
Okay.
Which is absolutely an insane amount of people in the last. I think it was the last year or 2 years. And they're including the illegal migration count in that as well. And they're saying how they need to kind of cap the number of people coming over, which is code for they'll make it even harder for people to come legally.
Yeah. That sucks.
That's what, like, a lot of immigrants in the States who came here legally and went through the proper channels are now pissed off and voting Republican because these illegals just come in and they give them everything.
Yep.
They're not vetted. Their backgrounds are not being checked.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's how you get trash.
Yeah.
And then most of them are young men in their 20s. These are not, war-torn countries.
The majority, the majority of people arriving on boats are all
They're coming
young
from
males.
Venezuelan prison system. Gang members, pieces of shit. And I can't wait for them to fucking go back as soon as possible.
I know a former Metropolitan Police officer. I'm quite good friends with him, and he said some pretty gnarly things. He was stationed in London. I can't say his name, even though it's our little Friday chat. But he said the Albanian gangs in London are absolutely out of control. They basically own just swathes of London.
Wow.
Yeah. How could that happen? It's crazy.
Yeah, they keep it out of the news.
And people say, oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. These poor people, they have it so bad, we have to let them come here and commit their crimes in our country.
We actually have, in London, Sharia law enforced areas.
You kidding me?
Nope, they're all unofficial, but what happens is, he told me that there'll be, like, gangs of young Muslim men will just patrol the streets in their local, neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And any girl who isn't, dressed appropriate, they'll just stop and say, you need to go home. You need to go home. And the police can't do anything.
See, I don't think you can never go back now. You allowed that to happen. I don't know if you can, reverse that.
We've just got such an anti-police state now. Did you hear about the girl who got killed on the motorway and the 2 police officers have been suspended?
No.
So they arrested this, I think she was like 17-year-old girl, who was driving like a fucking lunatic on the motorway. And I don't know if she was on drugs or drunk. They haven't released that information. They've just said she was driving unsafe, which is code for she must have been going nuts on the motorway. Yeah. They arrested her, put her in the back of a police car. The police, one of the officers sat in the back with her. She assaulted the cop, got out the car, started running down the motorway, got hit by a car and was killed. And the police officers have been suspended and will likely lose their jobs over this because they put her in an unsafe situation.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, no wonder, you know, no wonder. We had a huge issue a few months ago with all the police handing their firearms in. Did you hear about the bounty, Lee, on that guy's head? How they've royally fucked.
No.
Oh my God, you'll have heard this because it's in the news, and this is something that's going to make Pete really angry. So you'll probably recall me saying a while ago how this black teenager was trying to run over a police officer. The police officer shot and killed him while he was driving his car toward him, and the police officer was charged with manslaughter.
No, come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned that.
Yes.
Impossible.
The guy who was killed was called Chris Cabba.
You mentioned it here a few
Google
months ago.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
And no, you should see what's come out after that. So they named and shamed the police officer in the news, and all of the armed cops said, you know, we're just doing our job. You're going to name us and sentence us to prison. So they all handed their firearms notices in, and it went to the government basically saying, do you realise we're losing all of our armed police because of this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, common sense eventually prevailed, and the guy wasn't sent to prison. But it turns out, what they didn't release to the public, that this kid they killed, this Chris Cabba, was actually part of quite a nasty London gang. And because the press released the name of the cop who shot him, this gang have put a £10,000 bounty on this police officer's head. So this copper, who was doing his job, and his family are now hiding in police, you know, custody in a safe house because the gang are now trying to kill him. So they've rushed through new legislation that in these situations the press cannot reveal the identity of any officer. But the damage has already been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This life is ruined.
Yeah, I've heard through the grapevine that new officers are just saying no. I will, because they can't force you to wield a gun in the UK. You can become a cop, but there are two things they can't make you do. They can't make you take firearms training, and they can't make you take car training, so you don't have to drive a car.
I don't even have a police force anymore.
Oh, shoot!
They won't admit it, but they're really struggling. Yeah. And obviously the caliber of you know, police officers they're getting are not very good at the minute.
Right.
Because of that. So yeah, it's really bad, and I'm not bullshitting. You can Google all of this. The bounty they put on the guy's head, and oh crap, the thing's there. But yeah, they've now changed the legislation to say, look, you can't release the names of the cops involved in these sorts of situations.
Why would you in anyways? It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
But you should have seen the press before it all came out. The press was saying how he was an unarmed black man, you know, another white man kills another black man. And no, this is a guy who tried to kill a cop, who was part of a gang, smuggling drugs and all sorts.
So Pure Legends, I'm assuming you're totally for the police officer going to prison and stuff for defending himself. And if you are, that's totally fine. You do you.
I feel like there's only ever the choice of extremes when really there shouldn't be.
If you've got a teenage kid who's about to start a police chase, a high-speed chase, and it's going to start with him running you over.
Shoot him.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Lee, why do you keep moving this thing? What are you doing?
Oh, because I'm upgrading it.
Okay, all I see, like, you constantly moving it. It's so funny. I don't know. I'll tell you, if I couldn't defend myself, here I am putting my life on the line to protect other people, and then I can't defend myself against a baddie. There's no chance I'm going to do that job.
I mean, you can't do that job anymore.
I'm thinking having a police force whose job it is to kill criminals instead of detaining them is insane. Huh. Okay. Wow. So, what would you have done in that case? Let's say you were the police officer, and this
But you
kid is going to try to run you over and kill you.
But you can't defend yourself. You can't. Yeah, you can't stop them. You're supposed to sacrifice your own life so you can detain them, but you can't detain them
It's
anymore
not like
because
there's
you're
like a
dead.
quick time
Yeah.
event where you can just press a button and dodge out the way.
Yeah.
Like,
So if that's your belief, Pure Legends, that's totally cool. That's you, dude. I'm of a different belief, and I believe the majority here in the chat is of a different belief. But yeah, that's fine.
I truly believe some people are evil and bad, and
Yes,
you
they're
know,
100%.
they
They
need to
are.
be captured. If they can't be captured peacefully, then you take it to the next level.
You doubt it's as easy as you kill or die? No, that's not what we're saying. What I'm saying in this scenario.
Yeah, when your own life is being threatened, either you die or he dies. He's gonna die. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Same thing. You come to my home, one of us is gonna leave in the body bag, and hopefully it'll be you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down with that. That's the whole thing. Is criminals, for me personally, and this is my own personal things. If you are breaking into someone's house or you're trying to kill people, if you're a career criminal, you don't have rights. You don't have them. Bottom line, if you're just out to just ravage, kill, destroy, maim, steal,
Deal.
you don't have rights.
Usually, once someone's at the point where they decide, you know what, I'm just going to go out and kill people, they don't care what happens to them anymore.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is happening? I don't know. It's just that sort of thinking that's really that's quite out there. It's easy to say that from the position of privilege, though.
Privilege. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with that fucking privilege. I heard that. You're lucky I'm not in front of you because I'd fucking rip your fucking face off now. You fucking moron.
Privilege? I
Don't
don't.
ever fucking come here again because I'll
Privilege.
fucking destroy you.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot,
So-
motherfucker.
Pure Legends. What do you mean
What
privilege, though?
fucking privilege you talking about, you fucking piece of shit?
I don't understand that.
Bit of my person.
No, that's fine. I mean,
Don't clip that.
It's all good. It's all good. It's just I don't know.
But
That's,
I can't stand the fucking idiots that say that. That's what privilege any of us have.
well, there's no privilege
There's
that
actually more ways that like work against us than work for us nowadays
that's
in this
true.
world.
yeah. I mean, we're all people
Scumbag.
who work. None of us were born into
Privilege.
crazy money
Fuck you.
in, enriched areas. My mum raised me barely able to eat herself. There were nights that my mum had to eat my leftover food as a kid because we just didn't have the money,
yeah.
to feed two people. Paul, you grew up in welfare,
Yes, I did.
and we all, we've all worked hard in our lives. And all we see around us are people who do bad things seem to get away with it because they find it easier just to rip off the people who, pay their dues.
Yeah, yeah. So let me say, hold on. If I work hard and buy things, I'm considered privileged, but the underprivileged, it's okay if they break into my house
Yeah.
and steal my stuff?
Yeah.
and I'm just kind of clarifying from your perspective, Pure Legends, because obviously you're on a far extreme other side, right? What is it called? The left side? Is that what the woke side or whatever?
Yeah.
And so you can classify that as education, and that's totally cool. That's fine. I don't. But you're
He's
awesome
a teacher, as I recall.
Yes, but you're awesome at Gears. Yeah, that's a little shocking. All right. All I know is my stuff isn't available for thievery. Okay.
Yeah. I got a 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun here loaded.
Use it.
And a Glock 19, just in case anybody's interested in coming in here, because that's what you're gonna see.
Yeah, I don't have any weapon. Like, I don't have guns at my house, but I do have a sword right beside my bed and a baseball bat that I have no issue using.
You know, Mooney
I
has
couldn't hit
gates.
the broadside of a barn, so.
Oh crap!
You know, Mooney has a gate. See, this is how bad it is in South Africa. Mooney has a gate in the middle of her house, so that if someone does break in, because it happens a lot over there, if someone does break in, they can't get into the bedrooms because there's a gate that separates the two halves of the house, and kill them in their sleep. That's how bad it is out there.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
And I
harsh.
thank God we're not that bad.
Yet.
Yeah. I mean, they are having to release prisoners over here because the prisons are overcrowded.
Yep. Build more.
Well,
Now,
thank
there's
you,
a lot
Lee.
of social and geopolitical reasons why we don't have enough.
The number of
Over
kids
here
I've
in the
seen
US,
without
we have
parents
private
or
prisons.
abusive ones, people who aren't taken care of in schools, people desperate. Okay, but that you can't tell me though, kids that don't have moms or dads or they're in welfare situations and stuff, there's still a moral compass. They're still right from wrong.
I see kids going out on the sidewalks, punching old people in the face, and then putting it on their Instagram.
Yeah,
And they're eating plenty of food. None of them are starving.
right.
Explain, why do they do that?
Well, they should be dead, to be honest. They're not
Yeah.
contributing to society. They should be gone. But yeah, I don't know. Pure Legends, to me, that's just not an excuse.
No, personal choice. So I grew up without a dad and without any money. My dad was really abusive till the age of 6. My earliest memories are him beating my mum up in front of me. And I had a choice. I could either become a complete fuckwit or knuckle down and study. I chose to knuckle down, study, do well at school. You know, when people around me were doing drugs and things, I said, no, I don't want to do that, because I made a choice to say no. If I'd
Matriarch.
have made a choice to say yes, that wouldn't be society's fault for failing me. That would be my fault for making a bad choice. But I didn't.
Absolutely.
I've not had kids with the wrong person. I've been sensible with my choices in life. So now I can afford my own things. I've got money, and I'm doing well in my career. Whereas people
Sometimes
who've had...
it's
But you're
upbringing as
privileged,
well.
though. You're privileged.
That's not a privilege. That's
yeah,
me
no,
thinking
you
about
are.
the future and making sensible decisions. And I made those decisions from when I was 6 years old and up. So, you know, blaming society and factors. Yes, factors influence you, but you can look at someone beating someone up, even as a kid, and go, this is wrong. I don't like seeing my mum cry. Whereas you know, you don't. If you grow up thinking, yeah, this is all right to do, then you are morally a bad person. You can't say that that's society's fault for failing you. And I know people who've grown up in much more privileged situations than me, whose parents have had a lot of money, and they have just become pure
garbage people.
anarchists and
Yeah.
drug dealers.
Yeah.
Bad people that'll screw you over, and they have no money.
Yeah, there's a lot of rich kids that are pieces of trash.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of the worst drug schools are the rich people schools.
Yep.
Yes, we have a college where I live called King's College, and it's kind of a joke because all the rich people go there, and they're always having issues with weed being brought on campus. They all smoke it. They're
Oh,
all
it's only
doing
weed.
drugs.
That's not bad.
No, but these are
there's
kids of
schools
like
over
11 to
here.
14.
Weed every day.
The rich kid schools over here have issues with cocaine.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Because
did an
cocaine's the rich
experiment.
kid drug.
Have you guys heard of the Bobo doll experiment?
No.
So in
That's a
well,
UK
no,
thing.
in the
when you come up with stuff and
1990s,
some like Bobo doll, I don't think they're gonna
it's
know what it is.
serious. It's an actual thing. So in the 1990s, they had a kid, and they put him in a room with like a big doll, and he took no interest in it. It was like a big blow-up doll.
Whoa, what?
And they played him a video of some guy beating the shit out of this doll. And then the next time the kid went in that room, he did the same thing. And they were saying how, yeah, this is how impressionable children are, you know. Children are going to replicate these behaviors. And that was like the general thing. And I'm like, no, that's ridiculous.
The Bobo doll.
It doesn't
Yeah,
happen
Google it.
like that quickly. Like
No, but that was
over.
that was the experiment. You know, if children see violent behavior, children will replicate it. So they're
Come on,
doomed
Pete.
to replicate it.
Thanks.
Which is complete
Yeah.
bullshit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of problem stems in schools as well. Schools are not allowed to discipline students.
Yeah,
and
100%.
things.
Yeah, yeah. We used to get our asses kicked if
Yeah,
we.
me too.
Yeah.
And parents
And
aren't
kids know
allowed
that.
now to discipline their kids now. I still do. I had no issues.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I
raising
work
some
with
tyrant.
a teacher who left educating a couple of years ago, and she was telling me how, you know, teaching's just a terrible profession now. They're really struggling to find staff because people just don't want to teach
Yeah.
secondary school children. It's not so much a problem with primary school children, which is what you'd kind of call kindergarten and to the age of 11.
Yeah.
But, you know, older kids, it's just getting more and more difficult. And the parents are part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
So she told me about one boy who was he wouldn't pay attention in class because he didn't give a crap about school, you know, like a lot of people don't, you know, but his parents would come in on parent-teacher night and they'd just rip her a new arsehole. Why is he failing this class? You're not, you know, giving him the attention. It's just like, your son just doesn't want to learn. And rather than address that, the department lead said, right, you need to, you know, do extra for this kid to try and help him to pass. It's just like, he just doesn't want to learn. You
Yeah.
try and give him stuff and he just takes the piss.
So, Pure Legend says, asylum seekers and illegals, with air quotes, I don't know why you air quoted that,
Yeah.
are not coming here to commit crimes. Maybe of a small boat arrivals, there are some with bad intentions, but
Yeah.
mostly they're just trying to get away and have legitimate reasons to seek asylum.
I'm sure there are genuine ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially
I'm
all
sure
those,
there are genuine ones.
Yeah, all the ones that came from the Venezuelan jail system, they were all just
Oh.
asylum seekers.
So, in James's situation, Pure Legends, he has his fiance lives in South Africa, and he's having one hell of a time to get her to get the permanent residency and all that stuff, or she could come here illegally and get hooked up greatly, and they're doing it properly, and it's just taken forever, and it's
And being penalized for it, really.
yeah, it's a nightmare, and this is stemming from a lot of people just coming right over. Like in Canada, we don't have like illegals coming in. Our stupid prime minister is just allowing tons of them to come in unvetted, and they're like, "Yeah, you do your thing, come in."
And we don't have the housing for them either.
We don't.
Yeah,
We don't have the housing
No,
either.
we don't.
I will say, if I'm a hotel owner, though,
Nowhere has the housing for them. It's just overpopulation. at
if
that
I
point.
have to shut down my hotel and open it up just for illegals and stuff like that, as opposed to providing a service for hotels, I don't know if I'd be too pleased about that.
I mean, let's be honest. Those hotel owners are probably getting paid handsomely.
Yeah, they could be.
They're probably
Maybe
more
maybe
than
they
happy.
agree with it. Maybe that's fine for them. I guess I don't know.
I mean, a lot of them, all they care about is I'm making money.
Yeah, maybe it's okay then. From my perspective, I guess I'm looking at it from a service that I'm trying to provide to people.
You're looking at it as, you know, a person who is specifically trying to help people.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it from someone who's like, how can I make the most money as quickly
I
as
see.
possible?
I suppose. Yeah, yeah. Me and my
Legends,
stupid ideology, eh?
Legends, everything has a knock-on effect, though. House prices are I don't know if you're, you know, a privileged house owner or, you know, have a lot of cash and haven't seen these things, but trying to get onto the housing ladder now as a young person is virtually impossible.
Oh, I'm never going to be able to own a house in my
House
life.
prices are ridiculously expensive compared to what you earn. And the bottom line is, because there are just basically too many people for our infrastructure to handle, you can see it yourself.
It's
When my
overpopulation
mum
everywhere.
had a fall down
Oh,
the stairs, there were no ambulances available to take her because they were so stretched. I phoned an emergency out-of-hours doctor who, because they were so busy, took 4 hours to get back to me. And my mum was sitting there, you know, from falling down the stairs in pain.
How did you have
That's
no
something that would have
ambulance service?
never... Oh, don't. That made me
okay.
really... Because there were not enough ambulances and too many people. And I know for a fact people abuse the service. You know, I've worked in positions where I've dealt with a lot of underprivileged people. And I can tell you now for a fact, Legends, that is because of people taking advantage. It's got nothing to do with underfunding. It's because of people taking advantage of the system.
Oh no, it's definitely underfunding as well. Like.
Well, let me
definitely.
give you an example. I worked in a chip shop once upon a time. So I saw a lot of, you know, low-income people come in for cheap food. And they were always down the hospital for any aches and pains because they knew it was free. I know one person who spent 4 hours waiting in A&E because they trapped their their finger in a car door and they were prescribed paracetamol.
How long ago was that, though?
2017. So I can only imagine it's worse now.
So Pure Legend says...
But the thing is that the funding's way worse now as well.
He said housing prices aren't because of immigrants.
I didn't say they were. I'm just saying that everything's a contributing factor.
I can tell you, in Canada, it is.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
If you're a school teacher, then you should know basic maths. If you have 50 people wanting one house, it's going to drive the price up because there's so much demand.
Our rental apartments are insane, and it's because we have too many people and the demand for them. They can do that. It's crazy.
We don't live in a world where you can't just throw money at the problem. That might
the real estate is
temporarily
up because of white privilege. Don't forget
that. Now, Pure Legends, this is great conversation. I'm just saying, all right?
Like,
so don't think I'm mad or anything like that. I love these good conversations.
I agree things are underfunded.
I can have these conversations without getting angry.
And how they are definitely underfunded is
things may be underfunded, but the problem is chucking money at things historically has never fixed it.
Chucking money that you don't have.
Yeah, I mean, our borrowing's up, which is great.
Your borrowing is up? Uh-oh. Well, hopefully
they're borrowing more money for
hopefully that money can be paid back, though, because you know where that goes.
Yeah, I like Ukraine is going to pay back all that money that we wasted.
Oh my gosh. I'm so frustrated on my money going to Zelensky. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Did you see a lot of Ukrainian men are hiding now because they don't want the draft? They've got draft squads going around stopping people in the streets.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I saw a Ukrainian woman.
I'm just surprised there's any Ukrainians left in the Ukraine.
I don't know. Yeah, the world's in an insane place right now. And
I figured they'd all left or died, maybe.
No.
Yeah. One group of people I believe that America and the UK should have definitely brought in are the people who worked with our militaries in Afghanistan.
Oh yeah.
Because those that have stayed there have been fucking slaughtered
I know.
by Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're traitors to them, obviously.
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy? So our Remembrance Day, which is our kind of Veterans Day, was November 11th, and we had a school in Nova Scotia that sent out a letter with all the parents that on Remembrance Day, when they have their school ceremony, because we always honor our vets and stuff at all our schools, this is the principal, she put in there that no vets are to wear their uniforms to the school. Can you imagine? And so the premier of Nova Scotia shut that crap right down and was like, hell
God.
no, we're gonna support our vets. They paid the ultimate sacrifice. Like, what are you doing? And so that was huge over here. I couldn't believe
That's insane.
it. It is.
I mean, and the insult too. I mean,
100%.
no appreciation for what these people did.
Like, I know people have the mentality is like, hey, I didn't ask them to go over. But that was the mindset back then.
But
Is
somebody
you had,
did.
Yes.
Yeah, they had to.
They had to. That was the thing. And these guys
Sure,
should
they
be
didn't wanna
honored
go
forever.
either.
Yeah, they should be honored forever. Like Timmy Tango. So Pete, I didn't send you the documentary. Like, we tease Timmy Tango. He plays Call of Duty with us. Blah blah blah.
Right.
But he was on. You know who Tom Brokaw is, right?
Yeah.
I forget.
Unfortunately.
I forget what show he did. But Timmy and his
He was the NBC Nightly News.
yeah. I think it was Tom Brokaw or somebody else. But it was Lee. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
So it was a kind of like a mini documentary, 41 minutes, about Timmy and 5 of his buddies that signed up and went over to Afghanistan, or to fight Iraq. That's it. And it was incredible. But the loss that these boys suffered and the stuff that they had to deal with after when they got back, it gave me a new perspective on Timmy. It was mind blowing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, like as much as we tease him about the key cards and stuff like that,
Yeah.
he's gone through a lot.
Yeah, it's mind blowing, and this was back in 2004, whatever. Let me see.
No,
Yeah, it was.
no, I have
Tom.
2
Brokaw.
nephews in the Marines, and you know, what those people have done for their country is just incredible.
Yep. Yeah, so just Veterans Day, man, or Remembrance Day in Canada, none of that stuff should be touched. It's honor your vets.
Yeah.
You guys have a Veterans Day over there in the UK, don't you?
Yeah, we call it Remembrance Sunday. So
Okay,
do you have the red poppies? in
Oh yeah,
Canada?
yeah. Poppies are a must.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about the white poppies and the rainbow poppies.
Oh no, let's not go there. We're just talking about the red poppies that come out every year. And it used to be
Please,
old
dare
vets.
you.
I
No.
remember.
It's just, I figured James was going to mention that, and it's like,
No, I wasn't going to mention that.
That's
I'm
so
annoyed
awesome.
enough. I remember when I was at uni, I used to get the train to Leicester every couple of days. I can't remember what days I had to go in.
I'm roasted.
But I went in over kind of that period, and there was an old veteran. He must have been, he's probably dead now, bless him. But he was in a wheelchair, in the cold, selling poppies to raise money for Veterans Day. And I was like, that's dedication.
Yep.
You know, here's an old man in a wheelchair, in his 80s, sitting outside the train station in the cold, trying to just earn some money to, go to good causes for veterans.
Yeah, more of their stories need to
That's-
be told, man. I would love to hear more stories.
Yeah, it's World War One and World War Two.
Yep.
Because we have the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and I think in America you have something similar, don't you? The
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe they
The
do.
Yeah,
tomb that's
we have the
patrolled.
wall.
the wall, yeah.
Yeah, so when
None of us can really understand. Like,
no,
50 million people died in WW2 or something like that. It's an insane amount of people.
Yeah. And trouble is, there's not many of them left now. As
No,
time goes on,
hardly.
they're all
Yeah,
in their late 90s now.
yeah. The young ones are in their late 90s, and some are
Yeah.
over 100. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of them left. And
Nope.
they don't have a lot of time left.
Like
No.
even the ones that lied about their age just so they could go serve and protect their country and
Yeah.
free people is mind blowing.
Back then, too, people were real patriots too.
Yep.
Like you don't see that type
Yeah.
of patriotism, anymore.
No, that's right.
No, and part of it is because people feel so screwed by the government,
Yeah.
and with just cause, to be honest. If I was someone leaving school now, in student debt, you can't afford anything because prices are too high. You can't get a house. You can't get a good job. You're on minimum wage. All the services have been cut, so you can't, really go anywhere or do anything. And that's going to be your life. You think, what the hell is there to fight for?
Yeah.
What's the point? And that's what I assume that's why a lot of young people have resentment.
At least your
'Cause-
minimum wage is better than ours.
No, that's true.
Yeah, but things
Ours
cost
is-
more though.
Yeah, no, that's true
Our
too.
minimum wage is $7.25 an hour.
It's
I'm not sure what ours is because ours is tiered by age.
what?
It,
Tiered by age? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
so you
gosh.
can legally start work at, I want to say 16, but it might have changed to 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 16.
16,
here it's
and that
14.
has a set minimum wage until you turn, I think, 21, and then you get a different minimum wage.
Why?
In a
It's just
sense,
how it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just how it is.
that's stupid.
Here minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, no matter what you are, and the minimum wage is so low it's below the poverty line.
How is minimum wage below the poverty line? How is that allowed? Shouldn't poverty line be the base set for your minimum wage?
Yeah.
Easy, they just moved the poverty line down a penny, and now it's okay.
Okay.
So minimum
crazy
wage is
thing is-
$7.25 an hour, poverty line is $7.24 an hour.
Oh, wow.
The crazy thing is, you go back even 40 years, or probably even 35 years, you'd be able to buy a house and get a mortgage on a fairly low-paying job in a single earning household
Yep.
with, a woman that didn't work, who'd the traditional nuclear family, they'd call it.
Shit, I just died.
But now,
Oh no.
You can't put behind a
Okay,
motherfucker.
one sec.
you really do need 2 incomes
Yeah, no,
to
that's
even stand a chance.
absolutely.
And obviously that's going to cause, resentment. So you imagine you're brought up like that, you're struggling every day
Thank
with
you.
minimal help,
Yeah, you're welcome.
and then the government says, right, we're in a war, we need you to go fight. I'd probably say, sod off, what have you ever done for me?
Oh, Otney right there says because immigrants would take a lower wage. Wow.
That was one of the big contributing factors when it came to Brexit. Enough people were fed up with the free EU movement and low wages due to immigration. And I feel like the people voting Remain didn't do a good enough job to, address that. They kind of ignored it, and we left.
The Remain campaign was absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
okay,
it
hold
was-
on. What's a Remain campaign?
Are
So
they
to
as
remain
shocked
in
as
the
the Kamala
EU.
Harris campaign?
Oh, say that again, boys. Sorry, you guys were at the same time.
The Remain campaign was people fighting to stay in the EU.
Yeah.
These are the reasons why
Oh,
we need
okay.
to vote to stay. Yeah.
Okay.
You had the Brexiteers and the Remainers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paul's just left this barrier here now.
I had to go fix a couple other things. I'll get that in a bit.
But one thing Brexit did do was definitely show how corrupt the system is.
Yeah.
One of the most powerful pictures that they put on the internet, it was a little while ago now, was when we have a vote in the House of Commons. Obviously, you see the pictures of MPs lined up, sitting in their seats, lining the halls and things, ready to vote. When they were voting about free school dinners, so should we give children, all children free meals, it was about half full, voting for costs on this, half full. But when it came to voting on MPs' expenses, what they're allowed to earn and write off, it was packed.
Don't even.
It was packed.
Chrystia
So
Freeland,
that was a big scandal.
she's our financial minister. She's a psycho. This woman gets over $350,000 just to buy things each year. Just to buy things. Her expense account. $350,000.
So that's not even her salary.
That's not her salary.
Yeah.
The Remain campaign wasn't great, but the Leave campaign was just full of lies? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of it was. There were a lot of promises made that didn't come to fruition.
Yes.
So I remember the big bust that basically said, because we said,
yeah.
I can't remember the amount, but we send so many millions of pounds a year to Brussels to be in the EU for things, that money could go to the NHS. So when we leave the EU, this money can be allocated to this money can be, and that never happened. So where did that money go?
Yeah, we don't know because
Into the pocket of politicians, like it always does.
Oh crap!
Oh.
I think there's I don't know if it's like 450 million or whatever that the Liberal government here has messed up and kind of gotten rid of somehow and can't account for, and they're just trying to ignore it as much as possible.
I saw Polyev going off on the Arrive scam.
Yeah, that one too, man. The Arrive Can app. And it was Trudeau's friend. And yeah, nobody knows what happened with the money with that. It's just wild.
Wakatu is down.
Yep. Wackadoo.
We used to be in a world where things were much more center wing.
How is he getting in? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're it's going back there though. Like we're moving away from the
in your place.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So in North America,
not here.
we're breaking free from the whole woke thing, and it's swinging back. It's swinging back.
Fuck the globalist bullshit. I'm sick and tired of
I
it.
think the reason why it was so much more center wing back then is because we were in the middle of a pendulum swing from right to left.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bone Crusher, Merry Christmas, Rabby. Good to see you, buddy.
It's like the far most right that we were at least in the U.S., none of us were around for that, which was early mid-50s.
Yeah.
Well, our original Labour
The extreme
Party.
of any sort is negative.
Yeah. Well, our original Labour Party, you go back the decades, they were for the working man. They wanted people to have jobs. They're the ones who set up the NHS after World War II. They're like, we need to have a healthcare system that provides for all.
So was the Democratic Party here, but they went all like elitist. And,
No, it's because they
abandoned.
all left and they're Republicans now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
The
now,
entirety. Oh, sorry.
did you know Keir Starmer, before he became a politician, was a prosecutor? His job was to find people guilty of crimes and send them to prison. So his whole career is spent, harming people as much as possible. That's his job, is finding people guilty and arguing the law. And I can't believe he's
when
admitted...
he was doing it, he made it so that the people had harsh sentences, so to deter other people from committing crimes. But the thing is that now we have full prisons, and he's trying to do the same thing. So
Yeah,
it's
and
like
they're
it's not.
sending the wrong people to prison, though. I call me crazy, but I feel a rapist should get a longer prison sentence for what someone says on social media.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I think that goes without saying.
Well, in our prison system, then there's also the law by the inmates that will apply to rapists and child
Yes.
molesters. They
Yes.
usually don't
Yeah.
do very well.
No, that's true.
No. But yeah, with the most recent budget, I can't believe Keir Starmer's finally said that he wasn't consulted on how many pensioners could be pushed into poverty by removing the winter fuel allowance.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like we
So
don't
for
have that, but still, people who depended
No.
on it, I get it.
Well, it's been around for a long time. They kind of realised that, crap, we have a lot of older people who have no financial support, and a lot of them are dying in the winter because they can't heat their homes. So they
Nicely done.
introduced the winter fuel allowance that was, I can't remember how much it is. It depends on how much you got as a pension, depends how much you got in the allowance. But it's basically, here's £200 to, keep you warm over winter.
Yeah.
Which was a good thing, and a lot of people relied on that.
That
But
sucks.
in his budget, he didn't mention anything about, actually, let's go after the offshore accounts. Let's recoup money that's been, fraudulently taken out the country.
He did say that, or he didn't?
No, he didn't.
Ah, okay.
Like, let's go after these big
That's because
corporations
you don't bite
who are
the hand
using
that
loopholes.
feeds.
Yeah,
that
that's
are
right.
using
Spuddy.
loopholes to pay no tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're-
He's
well,
not
they
smart, but
do
if he does that,
because then
he gets disappeared.
Yep.
Probably.
Maybe
I
Jimmy
wish they
Hoffa.
could go for the big
Jimmy Hoffa,
corporations,
yeah.
but they can't.
Yeah. And clean up the
Teamsters.
union. Problem is, people are aware of this crap now.
Yeah, social media has really exposed a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people are just. You can see it bubbling. Now, we had the London riots in, I think it was 2010, and the government is shit scared that that's going to happen again. So when we had these mini riots, they passed down some really harsh sentences on people to just deter anyone. But what they don't realise is, if you're one of these people in these down and out areas who have nothing, you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And the more people that have nothing to lose and are pushed in poverty, it's just going to boil over again.
Living in the UK is tough, needs lots of money, and guaranteed double jobs. Oughtn't they? I don't know, man.
What does Adne do for a living? All he does is watch the stream and play basketball. And watches NBA.
I think he owns apartment buildings. Is that true? Oughtn't you own apartment buildings, look after apartment buildings or something? In Indonesia.
I don't know what he actually does.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that before. He's just giving smiley faces. Oh, he's part of the Indonesian cartel. That's what it is. You can't say. I get you, Oughtney. I get you.
Mm-hmm. He works
Don't
for
go
local
against the
Tony
cartels.
Soprano.
That's right.
He's part of the Soprano.
Yanto
crime
Soprano. Hey, Mooney, we were just gossiping and
Hey.
saying really bad things about you. Hopefully you're
Actually,
doing okay.
one thing a lot of the issues the UK is having right now, it's very similar to the stuff that's going on in Brazil right now. Where
That's a fucked up
everyone's
country.
just getting priced out of basic necessities.
In Brazil?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
because their
prices-
economy is completely screwed. So they have like a 100% import tax on electronics, for example.
yeah, they're desperately trying to keep our inflation rate low.
Mr. Bones.
Because if you look at the history of well, society as a whole, not just us, America. When inflation is high, that's when civil unrest starts. You know, if you can't pay for necessities,
Yeah.
you end up stealing in a lot of cases,
Yep.
or rioting. And that's legitimate people, you know, not just the downs and outs, you know, doing it for the fun of it. The cartels. Have you guys ever seen that video of that Mexican singer being handed a death note during his performance?
No.
No.
Oh my god, it was in the 90s
Where do
and
you
he was
find
shot
these
dead
stories?
afterwards. I'm a fountain of useless information. There was a Mexican singer who used to take the piss out of the cartels in his songs. And he was handed a note during a live performance. You can Google it. It was filmed. And you can see him on stage as the music's playing. He's reading this note and he kind of hesitates. And the note basically said, "We're going to kill you if you keep singing." So he hesitated and then he thought, fuck it. And he carried on singing. And later that night, on the drive home, 2 men in police uniform stopped him, saying the commissioner needs to see him. And he was found dead in a ditch the next day with bullet holes in the back of his head.
Why
what
would
was his
you-
name? I'm gonna have to Google
Why would
it.
you take on the cartel like that?
Yeah. Yeah, not a good idea.
No. And where was this? Mexico, you said?
Yeah, Mexican singer killed cartel. Chileno Sanchez. Yeah,
It makes no sense.
I'll put it in the chat.
I was an
Anyone
athlete
wants to see
and
it?
businessman. I'm not both anymore, but invested my money into 5 small properties I can sell easier than others, but I'm not rich. No, Otney, it's all good, dude. I wasn't going to ask you for money. What do you mean an
He
athlete?
died in,
Give us
We are
a...
trying to reach $1 million.
Yeah, I've got $1 million fundraise set up here, dude. We got 2 more
Yeah.
days. What's going on? So what sport were you an athlete in? What was it, basketball?
Badminton.
Yeah.
Actually,
Snooker.
badminton is really popular over in Asia.
I know it is because I saw it in the was it in the Olympics? I forget.
Badminton's fun to play, though. I love it.
I played it.
Friggin' right.
I took it in college.
Yep.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
I sucked at it. I have no hand-eye coordination whatsoever.
I like the thing that it's called a shuttlecock.
Oh my gosh. It figures you would like that.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know there,
You
buddy.
figure it out.
Buddy.
Lee.
Hello, handsome.
Oh, frig off. Oh, it's so funny.
thank you for the raid, handsome.
Oh, shut up.
I don't
That's
think I haven't
disgusting.
completely forgiven you for actually rating that.
Oh,
Whatever.
oh, that's funny.
Any chance to tease Paul? Because I know he'll seize it the minute he gets one from me.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's happening.
I still can't believe the first time Mooney came here. You know, the first thing we did before we set off to come home was take a picture for you.
Yep.
And you replied going, wow,
Oh,
that
yeah.
picture's shit.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't say that.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
remember
said,
that.
what did you say? That it's not very good or something?
No,
Yeah.
it was a terrible picture. You guys aren't buddies. You're sleeping together. So come on. Take a picture where it says, hey, I'm in love with this person. That's all I was asking. Send me a good one. None of these, hey,
Ah,
this
that
is my
was it.
bro
That
from
was
South
it.
Africa. No.
You said something like, that's nice. I need to give you a course in how to take pictures.
It's true.
And we did that before anything. Before getting into, you know, any kind of smooches, we're like, let's send a picture to Paul.
Well, that should teach you something. Know
Yeah.
your priorities.
That's right.
Do your smooches before you start taking pictures. My
God.
God.
Because I'm going to call you out
Yeah.
on it.
There were plenty
you-
of smooches, but they weren't on
Yeah,
camera.
you met her in person for the first time, and your first thought was Paul.
Yeah. Hey, I don't blame him. I used to play basketball and get paid, but not much. All right. That's awesome, dude.
So, like,
I'll tell you, I was nervous that first time.
Pure
I
Legends,
saw her
have a
coming
good
out of
night,
the
dude.
airport.
It's what? It's 8:21 your time. Have a good time, my man. It was fun chatting with you. Mooney's legacy with the hand slap on her forehead. And you guys have gotten better since. There are still some that even I didn't say anything. Like, oh, come on, guys, smarten up here. But I didn't say anything. I was just letting you know.
To this day, if I take a photo of me and Mooney, I look at it and go, what would Paul say?
Yes, WWPS, we'll say. Absolutely.
What would Paul say?
I think, listen, I take selfies constantly with stuff and all that. And
She caught you sleeping on the sofa again the other day.
I got her back, though. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw, yeah.
That little turd. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. You have yourself a wonderful night. Yeah, yeah, she's good like that. But then, did you see my picture of her standing on the edge of the chair trying to put the Star Wars?
I saw she put a picture up of like some hot chocolate with a candy cane in it.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
that looks really weird. Why would you have a candy cane in hot chocolate?
To make it minty hot chocolate.
For the picture.
Really?
Yeah, have you not done that before?
That's just not something we do over here.
Mint hot
At least
chocolate?
I've never done it.
Have
No.
you heard of mint hot chocolate?
No.
What?
No, nor have I heard of putting candy canes in it.
I've
Have
never.
you ever heard of peppermint patties?
Oh, they're good.
No. Lee, is that a James thing? I've just not done that. Are you aware of it as well?
No, I haven't done it.
Listen, I'll
No.
tell
I've
you.
never had dark chocolate and mint together.
Well, I've like not in the case of a
Drink
candy
form.
cane. Yeah, not in a drink form.
No.
Oh,
I
I've never
haven't.
done it as a drink, but as like a snack.
I'm gonna say that's the first time I seen Steph do that, but like it wasn't out of the ordinary though. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Huh. Oh man, they're destroying
I'm
that
trying to think
tablet.
what else I've seen because it's been a little while since we caught up. Didn't you buy like a Christmas Story advent calendar?
I
'Cause you love
did.
that film.
Yeah. And then Steph decided to buy the boys some advent calendars. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. This is my thing. But no, we
I bought one for Mumsy.
Oh, did you? Awesome.
Yeah. Gotta crack it out December 1st. I know, I think it's with everything that's happened, you know, even seeing what's happened with you and seeing my mum's health. Certain events like birthdays and Christmas,
Oh, have a good
I
time.
just try and make incredible, you know, even goofy things. I got to make sure she has her advent calendars and things like this.
I'll get you here in a sec.
Because there'll be a day where you can't do that anymore.
100%. Have as much
No.
fun as possible. That's just my thing.
Yeah,
And don't,
yeah.
be unapologetic yourself. That's it. As long as you're not hurting anybody or whatever, just have some fun.
Yeah.
Just verbally.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We can razz each other verbally, but as long as you're happy, it's all good. But no, that's where I've been at that for a little while, that mindset. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to do this because it's fun, makes me happy.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, did you remember to put me in the box?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Did I pick you up?
Yes.
You picked up
didn't-
my tags.
Sorry, I didn't even know I picked you up. I was going to go do it, and then I got...
You've just been carrying Spuddy around.
That's right.
like
You're
the
always
last
with me, Spuddy, in my heart. Your tags will be with me forever.
Oh, that's funny.
Apparently.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I had no intentions of racing you, I guess. Oh, yeah. Excellent. All right, let's get a few other things going.
So, yeah. As December approaches up, me and Mooney are going to kind of start our movie fix of Christmassy movies. So
Oh,
for
no-
date night, we're just going to
Yeah,
be watching
yeah.
Christmassy movies now.
What you gonna start with?
That's to be decided. Obviously, I want to watch The Grinch, Christmas Carol. Mooney likes Elf, so we'll watch
Oh,
Elf.
it's so funny.
Um,
Steph loves Elf as well.
Yeah. Is it just called Santa Claus, the film where he just slowly turns into Santa?
Yeah, the Santa
Tim
Claus
Allen?
with Tim
The
Allen.
Santa
Yeah,
Claus. Tim Allen, that's it. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Home
a good one.
Improvement, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, yeah, that one's a fun movie.
I don't know. I think a lot of those films aren't that great. It's just they bring back a lot of nostalgia, and your inner child feels happy. It brings back a little bit of the magic you felt as a kid.
Yeah.
But when
I
you
think it's
when you
just
think
they're
back
like
to being a
campy
kid,
fun movies.
yeah,
Which ones? Sorry. Oh,
campy fun movies like the Grinch, I suppose.
oh yeah.
I know Jim Carrey had to go through torture training for that to wear the suit.
Really?
It was just torture. Yeah, it was really painful, horrible, and it was just a nightmare. It took something like 4 hours just to put the makeup on. He'd have to sit
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And he
That's
had
Well,
like,
so-
yeah, buddy.
I was gonna say one thing about Jim Carrey, he will go to absolute extremes to pull off a character.
Oh yeah, but you had to have like some SAS trainer. That's our version of the Marines. To kind of guide him through how not to go nuts, sitting still for 4 hours while they applied makeup, and having to deal with like the itchy prosthetics. You imagine you're constantly itching for 8 hours a day.
yeah.
It's like torture.
They do get well compensated for it, though.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having their money. I'm looking to use my privilege for next year and see if I can get a new house for next year.
That's what you said last.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, this year's I've actually reached out to the bank. I've reached out to some realtors, and I'm looking.
Where would you move to?
Maybe you
Same
have the
area.
luck your brother had.
Oh, I don't want his luck. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not that luck. Yeah.
No.
No.
Have you-
Spuddy's brother.
Oh, Spuddy's brother. I thought you
Yeah.
said my
Yeah,
brother.
Oh, I thought you
bought
said
a
Paul's
house this
brother.
year.
Yeah, so did I, but then I realized no.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Spuddy.
Because his brother moved. He moved to Georgia.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yes.
bought
yeah.
a house in Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steph wants to stay in the same area, and I'd be cool with that. We got to stay east side anyways because of Isaac's high school.
Work. Oh, well, he can go to. Well, it's a bit of a crap one going to a new high school.
Yeah, I
suppose.
wouldn't do that to him.
You have the same thing that we have over here in the United States. If you want to go to a school that's in a different school district, you have to pay double taxes.
What?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I never heard of that.
Yeah, if you live in one school district and want your kids to go to a different school district instead, you have to pay double taxes in order to do it.
Okay.
Because you pay taxes for the school district you live in, and then you pay taxes for the school district your kid is going to.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And if your kid's going to private school, you still pay school taxes.
All right.
I did not know that.
One of the reasons why my brother moved to Georgia, they don't have school tax.
Wow. All right. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back, guys.
Sure thing. Yeah. Me and Mooney have looked at house prices over here, just just for peeps and giggles, thinking, what the future holds. Let's have a look, And blimey, the prices of things.
Oh yeah.
Actually, over
Absolutely.
here, home prices are starting to dip a little bit.
Yeah, they're not over here.
But we also
Thing is
have a
over-
lot more space for houses.
Yeah, we don't have we don't seem to have a shortage of houses for sale in Peterborough, where I live. There's, you look on the house website, there's like 20, 30 pages of houses for sale. It's just
Yeah, but Yeah, but there'll be like hundreds of people who want to buy them, but they can't afford it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's the deposit that screws over a lot of people. Because in this day and age, working and paying bills, to try and save up like £20,000 for a deposit is really difficult.
Oh, of course.
Over here, you can apply for what's known as an FSA loan, and if you qualify, you can buy a house without a deposit.
Yeah, they don't offer that over here. You need a deposit. The government did bring in something called the Help to Buy scheme, where I'm not entirely sure how it worked, but I think it was something along the lines of the government will put a chunk towards the deposit and the mortgage, but they'll own part of the property with you until you pay them off long term. Well, it was something along those lines, but they actually scrapped that a little while ago. I don't know why.
Actually, no, it's not FSA loan; it's FHA loan.
Our first house
Fe-
or something. Acquisition.
Federal Housing Administration.
Wow, I got all of those wrong. You back, Mr. Paul?
I'm back. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey.
we have to pay for a down payment here too. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think ours is a minimum of, I want to say 10%.
Yeah, that's
You have to
first time home buyers. It's 10% here as well.
Yeah. Which is quite a lot. You know, you're buying a house for 250,000. You have to save £25,000.
Oh no,
I think my
I get it.
brother did a 20%.
Whew. All right.
The more the deposit you put down, the lower your mortgage is. But
So I was lucky.
Sometimes
My
you don't have
house,
an option.
my house was. I only paid $125 for mine. I'm coming, Pete. Unless you're up. No, you're up. I only paid $125 for mine, so that that was awesome.
when my mum was with her first husband in the 1970s, I took her for a little drive down memory lane during the summer, where
Okay.
she used to live. And she was saying how she took me to this little cul-de-sac, and she pointed out a house, and she said, me and Brian, who was her first husband, they were looking at buying that in the 70s, and that house was 30,000.
Isn't that wild? Freaking! I
Yeah.
tried to save that stupid thing.
My grandfather bought his house in the 60s for $7,000,
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
and he was told he overpaid for it.
Wow. Okay.
I know wages were lower back then, but still, the difference in yearly salary
Yeah.
to house cost wasn't the gap that it is now.
Yeah.
In the 60s, it was a 4-to-1. 4 years of income to buy a house. Now it's 10-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like I said, I paid $125 for my house, and now, this very day, houses around me are selling for $300,000. And so I should be able to make a pretty penny off it. So moving next year to a new house should be feasible. It all depends if I can muster up the down payment for this house. So that is
Have you
my
got
goal.
a new house on the horizon?
No, not yet. No, because I can't do it until summertime, or I'm not going to do it till summertime.
But when are you going to start saving?
Now, like I've been saving.
Like, I was going to say, I don't know what you and Steph have in savings, but is it enough now for a down
Oh
payment?
my gosh, no! If I look at my savings right now, I think we have $22,600. That's all we have in savings. Let me double check. And I probably shouldn't even say any of this stuff, but I'm insanely open with you guys.
No, I mean, it's just one of them things. It's if you and Steph can put, I don't know what she brings in, but if you both put $1,000 away each month,
Oh my gosh.
that'll be what another year, and you'll have a deposit.
Yeah, so I have $2,622, and I still gotta. There's still some more Christmas stuff we gotta pay, so I may have to use some of that, but we'll see.
I mean, that's what I'm saving up for. No, in the long term.
Yeah.
But I only have around £2,000 in savings. Yeah, getting my car repaired cost £2,000 in the summer.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a chunk of annoyance.
Wokemobiles are
They
going to cost
stopped
you.
our overtime, or most of it.
Wokemobiles are going to cost you a lot of money, anyways. So.
Oh, don't even start.
Mobile.
I'm so sad. I'll never get another Jaguar now because of that. Plus,
Just
they're
get a
moving to
Subaru.
all electric cars.
Oh, I love it.
Subaru is one of the best car manufacturers. Their cars last pretty much forever. Or Toyota.
Our infrastructure is not set to house all electric cars. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We don't have enough car charging.
No, we
ports. The batteries have issues in cold weather, which has been proven.
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
Chicago learned that.
that's the thing is our infrastructure isn't set up yet, but our land is so huge, like our provinces are so massive, and it's so cold here that it's not really feasible for all electric either.
Not unless they come up with a much better solution for storing the electric charge. Like, if they come up with something better, then maybe it can work.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was thinking, like, because I think I saw an idea where it's like, instead of having the batteries permanently in the cars, just like, say you go up to like a gas station and they have like the battery cells that you can just pull out and you put it in your car, and you take the one out of your car and you put it in there to charge. So essentially you're just paying for like to change the battery. Because then it's instant, so you don't have to like wait 10 hours to charge your battery, and you just going for the change, like, instead of having to instead of just changing the whole car.
One of the big issues with batteries is they can only handle so many charges. Or they're just not good anymore, just like with cell phone batteries.
Yeah, but I think that's like wear and tear with anything.
Yeah.
Everything has like a shelf life.
It's just the shelf life of batteries is not very long. And then you gotta
No.
figure out what to do with them. Unless we can
Yeah, and
come up
batteries
with a
wear
way
down
to
after
recharge,
time.
to like recycle them and actually be able to use them again. If we can figure that out, that would solve
that
a
would be
huge
great.
problem, because then we could just reclaim the lithium and just reuse it over and over again.
They want everyone to be all electric, and they want everyone to be vegan. Was it who's the CEO of Microsoft? I've forgotten his name.
CEO? Or Phil Spencer? Or?
No,
No,
Bill Gates.
Well, Spencer is
Bill
just
Bill
spokesman.
Gates.
Oh,
Was
right.
it Bill Gates that said that everyone should be vegan?
Yeah,
Oh, was it?
he wants
Yeah.
he wants everyone to eat crickets.
Oh.
Well, that's not vegan.
Yeah, and he's
I guess,
working on
yeah.
genetically modified foods.
Yeah,
Genetically modified
synthetic
foods
meat.
have been a thing for
That's
a
it.
while.
Synthetic meat.
He
Great.
wants
Synthetic meat.
people to be able to 3D print their own fake meat.
Yeah, and he was like, it may not taste like real meat, but you still get your protein.
I've tasted tofu and it tastes like shit. You know, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I was vegan for 6 months, if you remember.
You
No,
were?
I don't think I was. Yeah, I don't. No,
You
I
okay,
wasn't
James?
around at the time. This was back when I was in my old job. Well, it was back when I first started having stomach issues, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to radicalize my diet. So I cut out all of meat for a New Year resolution, and from January to July, I was completely vegan. And I didn't brag about it, but I just
Sure.
did it just to see how my body would react.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And all I found was that I was more tired.
yeah, you're weak.
And I lost a bit of muscle mass. And
Yeah.
I had no benefit to my body whatsoever.
Really?
Living a plant-based diet. Yeah.
Huh.
One of the big issues with going purely vegan is your body does need cholesterol. Cholesterol is used by your brain.
Yeah.
Well,
believe that.
my brain was long lost.
Yeah. Well, you're British, so. And privileged.
My router.
You're ruder. You privileged British guy. I can't believe this.
I can't believe. Did you guys ban that fucking bush
Yeah.
brain?
I did, man. And it's just, and it was just because of his last comment, and that was just.
Listen, I can handle. I can handle fucking.
No, I know.
Lightweights like him.
No, for sure. It's just. It's
Crossed the line.
yeah. That was
Yeah.
it. It just. It
I
was,
mean, like I thrust the line.
yeah, you unloaded on him and
Yeah.
threatened him physically. It's just.
Yep.
He didn't know that
Oh,
was
I
you
didn't-
though.
Okay.
I didn't know he was a liberal lefty teacher.
Yeah, because he's like, I know you, and I know Pete. I just don't know who that American is. And the last thing he said is that that he needs to off himself, and I was like, I can't talk about Pete like that. So
I can oath him
yeah,
very, very happily, and the likes of him.
yeah. And so that was it. We had to do it. So and that's totally
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, the guy is a snowflake. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no question about it.
No, that's true.
My mate calls them sheltered. People who haven't seen
Yeah,
what's going on.
I think he's young
They
too, though,
haven't
eh?
been burnt.
Well, he's a teacher, and that to me that explains a lot because
Yeah.
they've just been programmed to think like.
That's it.
Idiots
They've been
nowadays.
brainwashed,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Especially the younger ones.
It's hard to deprogram from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I mean-
I'm frozen.
I mean,
I'm
Spuddy,
frozen.
you must...
No.
Oh, no!
Oh, you both died.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all
I didn't
work
think I
in
was that close.
industries where we... Oh, I picked up a cryo cannon. Fuck,
You should have enough.
You
Instead of
picked up the
getting
murder
tagged.
weapon.
Yeah.
That's all right. Thank you, Spuddy. Thanks for not
Yeah,
holding
Spuddy,
on to me
oh.
for 20 minutes.
I tried to
You're
pick you
very
up and I picked up the cannon instead. I mean, I've worked in jobs where I've seen it all. People who've gone on benefits and they claim it at the post office. And they're not, using this money to better themselves. They
Yeah.
take their benefit, which is their social security money equivalent, and then their first stop is the alcohol fridge.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. They go buy alcohol with all their benefits, and then they go to the food banks,
Yeah.
and claim that they don't have any
I
money.
know people who've done that. My old boss made so much money from it, he actually had a dedicated fridge in his shop for the cheap booze he knew they all had. And he was constantly restocking it.
Let me know if you come across a Scorcher, Lee.
Yeah, sure.
Again, please.
One thing that people do at the Walmart I work at is they'll take a cheap piece of meat and they'll peel the label off of it and they'll stick
Yes.
it on a more expensive piece of meat.
Yes, I've seen that
Oh,
as
you
well.
need points?
No, I got 47,000. I'll take some though if you want. I'm just spending them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Buy
figured
a
like you could buy a
Scorcher then.
Scorcher. Yeah, buy
Oh
a
yeah,
Scorcher.
sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess I was looking for Lee to feed me. I guess can't do crap on my own.
Man,
Am I
you're so
giving you
privileged.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Thank you. Perfect.
Oh, I got you, Lee. Yeah, I've seen so
It-
many
it
people
just-
take the piss out of the system.
When I hear that privilege shit, I just
Yeah.
start seeing red. I can't take
Yeah,
it.
that pissed me off because I've
yeah.
worked my ass off from fuck.
Yeah,
all.
because you knew nothing about any of us.
Yeah,
Of
exactly.
what
Yeah.
we've done in our lives, and you start
Yeah.
giving me that shit. Then after that, anything goes.
That's a
And I
first.
would
especially-
fucking, and if he had stood in front of me, I would have fucking ripped his face off.
Glad the guy that. Okay, Paul, I want to say earlier, glad the guy was banned because he said, accept America. I kind of distanced myself again. Thank you for banning him. No worries, dude. No worries.
Who said that?
That was DPG.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, That's the first time I've ever been in a conversation where somebody had mentioned that people about people being privileged. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You-
once you say that, then it's like it's game on.
Yeah.
Paul, didn't you grew up in a really bad neighborhood, and didn't you say you had to put mattresses up the door and things?
So here's the thing. When my father left when I was 4, my mother and I moved to Toronto for 9 months, and we lived right on Yonge Street. And so if you know anything about Toronto, Yonge Street is probably the worst street there is to live on in Toronto. And that we lived with another family, and there was break-ins constantly, and that was one of the things they did. They took the kids' mattresses, put them up against the doors, and that's where we slept, so nobody could break in. I still remember. I was 4, man, and I still remember. I remember.
Yeah, but you're privileged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. I remember being 6
interesting-
years old. Sorry, Karen Lee?
I mean,
No,
the
no,
three of you.
first, James.
No, I was going to say the three of you grew up in one, parent household.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
How were you
Virtually
privileged?
destitute.
Yeah.
I remember coming home 6 years old and the house being empty. Mum had taken me shopping, and I remember going shopping. And while we were out shopping, that was when my dad decided, right, I'm going to pack up, take everything, and leave.
Yeah. It's a
So we come
POS
back
right
from
there.
shopping to an empty house, and he'd gone to live with his mistress. And then my mum found out that, he hadn't been paying the rent, so we were going to become homeless.
Yeah.
And her story, got the ear of our local councillor. And it was our local councillor, our old Labour councillor, back when Labour was actually Labour, was like, I can't believe this. We need to find a house. And that's how he found us the house that we're living in.
Oh wow. See, we
So
need more
he
people
said-
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ted Swift, I think his name was, or something like that. He died a few years ago, but to say that, I'm privileged and my views are, right wing, I grew up with nothing. I
Yeah.
could have easily
You,
become some fucking drug dealing piece of crap that does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think any of you are right wing at all. You kind of
Normal.
common sense.
That's that's me. I don't identify either way. It's just
Yeah, and the things like the evolution of Paul, if you will. Like
Yeah.
When I first, you were your political views were very different.
yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But it's just life teaches
Yeah.
you those are life lessons.
Yeah.
It's just the reality of it, and your views change as a result from that.
100%. That's exactly what happened with me.
You can't blame society for your bad choices.
No.
If you choose to go into
Oh,
bad
crap.
things,
And that's why, as far as society, that's why we are in this predicament, because there's way too many people who make excuses for people who are just bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
They make
Yeah.
horrible choices, and they don't come from. A lot of them don't come from like households with no money.
Yeah.
They all eat pretty
Yeah.
well,
Thank you.
but they just want more shit.
Yeah.
And
That's
why
it.
They steal. Yeah.
Or they don't want to work for it.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people steal just because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's
There's
more
too much
convenient.
effort.
You don't have to work
So,
overtime.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
so James, I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether you've mentioned it, but is your dad still alive?
I couldn't really care if he is or not.
But he
the
is.
I
last-
was just curious.
The last I heard, he had to stop drink because his liver was about to collapse, and he had to look after his mum who had dementia. I assume she's dead now. My nan. I've got no way of finding that out,
Right.
but I don't know.
So
Okay.
now your brother and
Sounds like he
sister,
did well for himself.
are they your
No,
dad's
they're-
kids?
No, different.
Different dad? Okay.
My
no,
mum-
that's-
Different.
Yeah, my mum had her
Yeah.
first marriage. That fell apart, and then she met my my father.
Yeah.
And they only
was
had
only-
you, right? You were the
Yeah,
only child. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently when my mum was pregnant with me is when he started becoming violent and physically abusive.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, was he an alcoholic then?
Yes.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Still not an excuse.
I mean, Paul, your situation is kind of cruel. I mean, you lost both your brother and your mother, and then
Yeah.
the father that you never really had. It's still he's the one who's still around.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
could say that.
Yeah.
I
what's
can't believe he was hitting. Was he hitting on your brother's wife
Yeah.
at a funeral or something?
Yeah, his girlfriend Paula.
That is
50.
that is
Yeah, that's just
That
a
is-
disgusting creature that he is, man.
that is horrendous.
That's
Yeah.
something my old father would have done.
Yeah, there's
Oh, shit,
I
me and
went
Peter
down
down. Yeah, thank you.
So
Oh, thank you.
the woman that he left my mum for, the mistress, he lived with her for a couple of years, and then she found out that he was cheating on her with another mistress,
Oh.
and he went to live with her, and then did the same thing. So that's just his cycle.
Lee, are you dead?
Oh, so
Yeah.
so basically, he's
Oh, I
just
see
a
you up
whore.
there.
Yeah. For legends to say that, you're brought up that way. My father shagged anything that moved.
Yeah,
and
baby.
cheated on everyone he possibly could. And I've
Yeah.
never, cheated on anyone in my life and never will.
Yeah.
So that
He-
really,
Yeah.
that's one of
He-
the things that really grinds my gears, and is a tread carefully moment for Paul. When people say, "Oh, it's because of their upbringing," no.
Yeah.
I've been surrounded by some bad shit, and I've not done any of that. So you can't use that excuse.
Well,
I
he
get angry
definitely
when people try.
he definitely majored in wokeness, whatever college
Yeah.
he went to.
He probably has green hair.
Yeah.
I just, that was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Actually, I
tolerant
would
my
say
dad
from
was a
seeing him
scumbag too.
before, he actually doesn't. He actually looks like an ordinary person.
It's just you people have more eloquent way of dealing with people like him than I do.
It's more out of respect for Paul, to be honest.
I mean, I respect Paul. I feel like I still flew off the handle.
No, I'm sure he's a good dude. He's just his
Just
political
vibes.
views is different from ours.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, Lee.
And I apologize
It's-
for doing that, but
I can't get you.
Got
Oh,
it.
that's
no,
just
thank you.
that's just sometimes.
Hey,
there are
that triggered you.
situations where
That
you
that
just-
was the
you gotta go.
that was the tread carefully moment for Pete right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why a
just
lot of
people
times
have
I just
never
don't
been
even
burned.
bother with politics.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like people who want to remain friends don't talk about politics and religion. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Don't go
That
into
fucking
business
thing
with
ate me.
family.
He ate you?
Because
Yeah.
Okay, I'm roasting him here. Oh, and he got
Need help?
he got Lee as well. Whoops.
I can't believe that fucking thing actually ate me.
It's still
he
alive.
must have gotten down when he pounced you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I lost all my fucking shit, but I can buy it back.
So our local politician has released a statement saying, why are you housing more asylum seekers in Peterborough than other parts of the country? Because we've got a much larger amount of asylum seekers here than in places like Cambridge.
Oh, he ate me.
And
Okay, so
and there's a bit of a scandal going on at the minute. They're not housing asylum seekers in rich areas.
Yeah,
So
bull-
people
that's-
who've got
yeah,
money,
figures.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
all these woke people are living,
Right. Of
are
course.
not seeing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you know what? Whenever they do actually put people like that in their neighborhoods, they go crazy. 'Cause, as long as it doesn't happen in their neighborhood, they're fine with it.
have
So
you ever
sight
heard
out
the
of
term
mind.
NIMBY before?
I didn't get a word of that, Spuddy. What?
Have you ever heard the term NIMBY before?
NIMBY.
Yeah, stands for not in
No.
my backyard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, haven't heard of that.
Basically, they're NIMBYs.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's the same thing with if we take it back to gaming for a moment, that's the exact same thing that's happening with our games. These companies want to push the DEI stuff and make it as woke as
Yeah.
possible, but they don't buy video games. They don't even really play video games.
Mm-hmm.
And what's hilarious is that the people that they're pandering to aren't interested in the types of games they're making.
Right.
I'm amazed people haven't learnt from Bud Light. You piss
Yeah.
off your audience, you go. I know they're still in business, but they got hurt big time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they
Oh, yeah.
bounced back greatly, but still, like they were about to be destroyed.
Like they made that one game that's supposed to be like pandering to people over in India, and the people over in India that have no interest in that game.
Yeah.
It says shits on their culture.
Yeah, it's
Like
amazing.
it's like the one area, like you know, it's like where you relax and you know you enjoy the games. Like, why would you want to even bring that element
Same with
into it?
films and movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your escape. So just
100%. I died again. I got the lees all of a sudden.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
You got a case of rage in the lees.
So Lee, I'll throw you in the box, so that way you respawn.
But he's got to make it known that yes, I put you in the box.
Yeah,
Paul.
I know, eh? Again, Paul. Slacker.
You should have enough points to buy yourself a
Oh, I
scorpion.
do, yeah. But I'm just trying to repair everything because all my crap is starting to fall apart. All these stupid.
Well, we're nearly done.
Yeah.
That's okay. The only reason why I
Right.
haven't died more is because Lee's been constantly reviving me.
Sure.
He's the man.
Rome. Yeah, that's the whole key right there. What Pete said is escapism. That's definitely why we
Yeah.
play video games.
Right.
Like I'm not playing my robot. I like if I play a person, I don't want one with surgical scars because they transitioned or whatever like that. I just want to play my
Right.
character because I like the way they look and have a good time.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? You know what types of characters that trans people like to play as? Characters who are attractive.
Sure, and they're uglifying all
The
of them.
same as people who aren't trans.
I can't wait either DPG.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got. Oh, I haven't told you. So there's a gym in Peterborough called David Lloyd, and they're having some serious problems at the minute with people handing in their memberships because they've got a group of very unpleasant young Muslim men who are just not very nice to people, and they can't, and they won't kick them out because they don't want to be seen as racist.
Oh my
So
God.
I personally know 2 people who've said no, not paying for this anymore.
Okay. Well, yeah, vote with your wallet. Shut them down.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Vote with your wallet.
Exactly.
I haven't bought Star Wars. I haven't bought Dragon Age, and I probably won't buy Avowed either. We'll see what comes of that. But I haven't played.
My-
I haven't bought these games where I normally would. I wanted them.
Yeah, because
My brother
those.
bought Dragon Age, returned it a half hour later.
That's
Like somebody
disgusting.
being
Oh,
gay in a video game, like it does nothing like to enhance the story or the gameplay itself. It's just there's no
And it's
reason.
super noticeable when it's shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
right.
they feel it needs to be there.
Like, if you want to make a game that's like prominent black people, there is an incredible amount of African culture that you could include into a game, make
Oh,
it
yeah.
awesome and epic, and people would love it. It'd be
Sure.
like Wukong all over again.
Yeah.
Look at the new Assassin's Creed.
That is an
enough said.
embarrassment, though.
Well, they're still trying to fix that, aren't they?
No, they didn't say they were going to fix that whatsoever. So, and
I thought they were. It was getting delayed.
Let's be honest,
Oh, it's
they're going to be
delayed.
bankrupt before that game comes out.
So it's delayed, but they didn't say they were going to fix it. And everybody wanted, I'm talking years of Assassin's Creed game in Japan, but not to do a Japanese samurai is probably one of the dumbest things that any company has ever done.
Yeah, it's like if you made a video game, let's say about the Apache tribe, and you made Cochise or Geronimo a black guy.
Or even a white guy.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
It's just
like they used to
mind-blowing.
do the old west. You know, like people see the old westerns.
Yeah.
Like they have these guys with blue eyes playing Indians.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And so it's supposed to come out in February. I'm sure when it
Well,
comes out.
now it's probably going to get delayed again because of the strike they had.
Yeah, I suppose we'll see. It is mind blowing what Ubisoft is doing, and I don't understand. I do understand what they're doing, but I just don't. I don't know why.
Ubi slop.
Ubislop. Oh, Kestrel. Well, just looking forward to a good ending, but we only have one matriarch.
You got to have a good ending, Paul.
Oh my gosh!
Hey,
Remember
on the
that,
positive,
James.
we didn't have any Swarmax. Swarmax rough on this map.
Oh, you missed. Have you got time for a short one after this? Or
Nice. Yeah, it's 5:01. So let's like if we could do a 10-rounder. It's
yeah, sure.
it's Becky's husband's birthday,
Is-
so we're just going to celebrate at a restaurant tonight.
How are things with him?
Things have, I think things have turned around. There were some issues, and
If you're going in for the meal, what if he sits in the car outside and waits?
yeah, that won't
Like he
happen.
did with all the weddings.
That definitely won't
That
happen.
was wild.
That won't happen. But
I can't believe he did that. What an asshole.
so things, she came to our house and we had a massive discussion, and I gave some pointers and stuff she should do. So she went and did it. And he was just like, I am, and just what you just said, James. He said, I am so sorry. I'm an asshole, blah, blah, blah. And just, so things, I believe, have turned around. And so the last time we went away together for the boys' birthdays, and that was actually really good. He was awesome, all that stuff. And so, yeah, just, we'll see. We got
Okay,
Christmas
well,
to
if he
celebrate.
can change and recognize, then
Yeah.
Fair
At the end
enough.
of the day, that's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
that matters. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Positive, Paul.
Positive Paul.
positive Paul.
Well, that's the thing too, and we told her, it's like, we're always going to be there for you and help you no matter what. So if this is a decision where you got to say I'm out, then do it. We'll support you and back you, and you'll land on your feet. No big deal. But yeah, so we'll see.
Let's do a quick 10 round.
Yeah, let's do it.
What have we got?
So-
Horde Roulette's 10 rounds. That'll be fun.
I don't mind saying no. I do love discussing politics and all that stuff. I really do. So I have no issues with it, boys. I think it's it's so relevant to where all of us are at in our day and age. And so I like talking about it, and we don't get mad at each other. We don't freak out at each other, and it's okay. So I don't have an issue of anything that happened today. Just throwing that out there, other than what he said for his last comment. So, and that's where the band came in. And that's it. So I have nothing malicious towards him. He just shouldn't have said that. And that's it. That's it.
No.
Well,
I feel
his
that the
pride
only
might
way.
have been hurt a little bit.
Yeah. They don't like being proved wrong.
Oh, it was
People like
funny.
that, though, I genuinely do feel that they're blind.
Yeah.
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 I can see it
They
though.
think-
It's just they're so cushiony in their vision, and I was like that with a lot of stuff as well. It's just you try
Until
to
you
look at
saw
the
it with your own eyes.
right. I just try to look at the
Yeah.
positive part for the most part of life. And
If you look at all the pictures of the people coming over on these small boats, it's not young women and children fleeing war.
Yeah.
It's
Don't call them
young-
refugees, because not most of them are not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Or asylum seekers. They just, a lot of them are just seeking opportunity, and some of them have nefarious, intentions how they go about it.
Yep.
So I have a problem with that.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. And
If
that's
you create a system that can be abused, people will abuse it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think the media has a lot of blame in this as well.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
sure, yeah.
They should.
Because
do.
people like that eat up what the media is saying.
Hold on, I'm gonna get you your weapons locker here, Pete.
I just put the wrong weapon.
We're gonna have lots of frags, so watch yourselves.
Okay, hold on. So Pete, I'm gonna throw this right here. Feel free.
Okay,
Yeah, feel
that's
free to
fine.
put it wherever
Yeah.
you like. 'Cause I'm gonna get some more.
So, in either 2021 or 2022, a migrant came over on a small boat illegally, disappeared, ran off, when they got ashore, turned up in Birmingham, broke into some old lady's house, beat her nearly to death, stole all her money, and was eventually caught. That didn't even make it in the news. It was only the local councillor that said it in the House of Commons, saying, "What are you going to do about the boats?" That came to light.
Yeah.
The media didn't even report it.
Yeah.
You think, how many other examples of things like that are there?
Well,
The media is very quick to report when a police officer says something racist.
Right.
You know?
And it's like, what is motivating? Like, it just doesn't make.
I
like,
don't
why
know.
Would you support?
It's
Yeah,
like
well,
there's some global agenda.
Yeah.
Because it's Canada, it's the US, hopefully not anymore with Trump, when Trump's in properly, but it's over here. And it's not just under our current Labour
But
government.
even now, in most most of our states, it's not like that. Like in terms of like, if you do something like that, it would be known all over the place.
Yeah, I feel it's slightly worse in the UK for that sort of thing.
And in many states here, cops, they know how to deal with them. Like they're allowed to deal with it very
They're not over here.
forcefully.
I'm sure even you'll see, Lee, there's a real big kind of anti-police movement here. Like, there's just no respect for the police.
I do work with a former policeman, so he does see, like, he was a police constable, like as in like a chief inspector. I mean, so he's seen the change throughout his career. And,
I bet, has he told you any stories of like what's happened and that?
Not like, he's just told me like stuff that like, gruesome things that's happened. He hasn't said things politically, other than like, given how things have changed, if he was given the choice to do it again now, he said he wouldn't, because it's like, it's just against him.
Yeah, I don't know anyone. That's it. They can't get good people to sign up. So you naturally have a police force of young, inexperienced, crappy police, because all the good ones have either left or just not doing it anymore. Which is a real shame. You need a good, strong police force, and there are rockets flying everywhere.
Yeah, that's what Spuddy was saying. I'm trying to get as much barriers up as...
And the people need to realize, for every bad police officer, there are 10,000 good ones.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot to do bleed damage on that stim.
I'm taking this ammo. So the bright side is I'm starting to see the shift in the reporting and stuff for game journalists and stuff, that they're all starting to fall apart. And YouTube gaming news, that's starting to take off greatly, which is incredible.
These are all positive signs.
Yeah, me too.
Like stuff from IGN is insane.
Yeah, and they're going. The thing is people are starting to just boycott them and stay away from them, and now they're starting to change a lot of their stories as well. Like they went. Oh, what's that?
I said I stopped reading IGN like years ago because of that.
I unfollowed everybody. I've not watched any podcasts for the last 6 months or so, or if not a lot longer. I don't watch any of them, and I was heavy into IGN. Loved it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you were. Like when I first started following you, like you.
All their podcasts.
You used to talk about them all the time. Yeah.
So now, like with they had their woke member do Dragon Age Veilguard, and they were saying how amazing it is, all this great stuff, and people are like, "This is a terrible game. What are you doing? You're lying." And so now, or it was a week or 2 weeks after them saying that, they started posting stories. Say Dragon Age is good, but it has a lot of work that needs to be done, or it's got some issues that they're trying to work out. They're backpedaling now because they know they did the wrong thing. Had the wrong person reviewing their work. So you're just starting to see it, even with the media, like CNN, MSNBC, all of that stuff. They're all starting to just collapse because everybody's going to watch other people that are just independent for news and stuff.
I think it's MSNBC is actually up for sale.
Yeah,
it is.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk was rumored to buy it. I love it.
The offer got floated to him, but I don't know if he's going to be super interested in it because he's already trying to write one sinking ship with Twitter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but
he's got the resources to absorb.
The thing is now that he's aligned himself with old Trumpy, things are looking positive for Elon now too, which is just wild.
Yeah,
Tesla's really taken off.
Yeah,
despite the fact that it makes kind of garbage products.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Tesla.
SpaceX is really, that should be the company it focuses on, because that's actually making progress.
Yeah.
And I think
But
he
he's-
is starting to shift towards SpaceX.
Okay,
And he
good.
just has a brilliant mind. you
Yeah,
know,
he
like,
does.
It's just the innovation is
How many
incredible.
robots?
Yeah, there's a question.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it right there, Spuddy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh shoot.
I just want a sensible world.
I just
I
want
feel
more
that's too
money in my
much to
pocket,
ask.
man. That's all I want.
Yeah,
You know how to count it.
I do.
I was gonna say that.
I do. I just want it. I need it. I want to know how to count it too. Oh. Oh, what? He got up? No. Oh, he B-slapped me into next week. Wow. All right. Looks like I'm going to need a little...
Well, now there's been a ceasefire deal agreed between Israel and Hezbollah,
Yep.
so hopefully that'll be the start of something good, globally. It's
Yeah.
just so funny how the minute Trump won the election,
Yeah.
Both-
Isn't that weird?
both Putin
Yeah.
and the other guy were like, "Oh yeah, we're ready to talk. Ready to talk." It's like they're
Well, that's 'cause they
desperate
know
for
Trump
Trump to
doesn't
broker
play.
a peace. Yeah, there's just all the talk from Putin and Zelensky before about we're never giving in, we're never giving in. The minute Trump's elected, they're like, "Yeah, we're ready to talk with Trump. We want to talk with Trump. We're open to discussions."
Yeah. Here, I got a question for Spuddy and Pete, and I have my idea about it, but do you guys think Biden and Jill, was it her name? Did they vote for Trump?
Oh, 1000%.
Okay, that
Did
was
you
my
see what
mind.
she wore?
Yes.
Did you see what she wore? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
red.
Yeah.
That
You
was
think she did that like just that wasn't an accident.
no. That's a political statement right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
it was her. She was more pissed off than Biden because she loved being the first lady, and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
taken away from her.
No matter what you may think of Biden, he's definitely seen that he's been stabbed in the back.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Like I didn't even know about it until last week that she wore all red and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is amazing.
Yeah. It's and it was bright red. It wasn't just
Yeah.
subtle, little shades of red.
No,
It
no,
was-
it's look at me, look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive though. I like that. It's just you're tired of people just getting squashed or ran over. And he did get derailed by his party.
Oh. Without a
Oh,
doubt.
the minute they saw he weren't going to win, they dropped him
I
off
mean,
the
they
stone.
were lying about him, his
Mental
condition for years, and then when it was exposed in front of millions
Yeah,
of
you're not
people,
fit to run
then they
anymore.
dumped him. They dumped
Yeah.
him in a second. He was gone. He was no longer useful idiot.
I mean, they did drag him along for quite a while, I do feel. Before they did drop him.
What was one of his concession speech or whatever? He was young and spry. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was the most coherent thing he's ever said in
Yeah.
the past
You almost wonder if they were
They
drugging him or
gave him the
something.
good drugs.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna give you the bad ones until we get you out, and then the good ones after.
Yeah.
But look how Harris didn't do really any interviews or like any questions.
Oh,
She just wanted to yes people's.
Yeah.
did you see her latest video to everybody?
She drunk?
She looked like she was drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
definitely sort of like, yeah.
Everybody is making fun of it. It is a riot.
Yeah, I really do. She was a prosecutor as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. He was a senator from California.
That's one of the things like that we talked about earlier.
Never did
That
anything in her life.
that Charlie dude that went to the colleges.
Charlie Kirk.
Kirk, yeah.
Did he ever masterfully go to all of these colleges? And one of the questions he says was, "What has Kamala Harris done
Yes.
for America? Or what
Yeah.
is? Can you name one thing that she's done while she's been in
Right.
office?" And none of the students could name anything.
Yeah. But it was because the whole mentality was orange man bad.
Yes.
But there was no other argument.
Orange man. That's great.
It's true.
He's not as orange as he used to be.
No, I don't think so.
He's still like, somebody needs to tell. That's not a good look.
Oh,
Like
that's
if
funny.
you just, be as pale as you can be, you still look better than that fucking paint you put on your face. But whatever floats your boat. But no, it's
I
not a
think
good look.
I think the assassination attempt really showed Trump's character and the fact that he is brave. Okay, we are now screwed.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Oh shit!
See you later,
I need a
guys.
scorcher.
I'll tell you though,
Let's see here.
that
I'm just
assassination
gonna go
attempt.
back
Oh
here.
my gosh, that assassination attempt, and then when he stood up, started raising his hand, saying "fight,"
Fight,
that
yeah.
was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Hey, what do we got? Mikhail Christensen. Thank you for the new subscribe on YouTube, Mikhail. Appreciate it. Yeah, we passed 32K. We're at 32,130 now or something like that. So yeah, we're
Nice.
climbing.
Well, you guys have taken care of business. I thought we were screwed. there
Yeah.
with all those matriarchs.
My
Yeah, there's one left,
my ultimate was very useful here.
Oh,
I guess.
Nice man.
We should quickly rock another then, because this one was super fast.
Yeah.
This is the last round.
Yeah. You can't fake courage in those moments. That's when
Right.
you see what people are really like. And I'll be honest, if someone had taken shots at me, I don't know, would I be cowering, trying to hide? Or would I be jumping up with my fists in the air going fight? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'd
yeah.
probably try to stay down and let the people protect me, move me to a safe place, I guess. It's kind of
Yeah,
what you're supposed to do.
Not Trump. He was like, no, fight.
Oh, I thought we were done. Oh, so
No,
Yeah,
Nope,
I
that was
did
way
too.
late.
Always.
I did too. I was
okay, no, this is fine then.
Like, could
Yeah.
you imagine if someone had taken a swipe out of Biden? He'd be on the floor with people like crowding around him to protect him.
Sure.
Like you can picture
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know?
until he
Oh,
gets
he
up
wouldn't even
20
know what
seconds
was
He
going
couldn't have
later after
gotten up
forgetting
by
what happened.
himself. He needed
Oh, we
somebody.
got
to-
Matriarch,
Hey,
Oh,
Matriarch Part 2.
I hope
What?
your
What the
ultimate's ready,
hell?
Pete.
I don't have my ultimate.
2, 3, 4,
No.
5. We got another 7. So we've had 14 of these things in 2 rounds. What is happening?
This
Alright.
is disastrous.
This is where it's going to be fun.
Pete, can you get your ultimate back, please?
I'm halfway there.
I'm just going to stay back here, boys.
Oh, no. I didn't think of it.
Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Oh, coming
Oh,
for me.
crap. Oh, she's
Oh,
right
crap.
here. 2 of them right here. Oh, no. Oh, I got caught.
Ah!
I'm dead. There's one circling back. Oh, no. James is down.
That's cool. Okay, he's got him. Oh, Pete, I
Oh,
just saw you took a wallop.
Yeah, I had targeted a bunch of them.
Oh, I'm up. All right, where's Pete at? Oh, you're still up. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Oh, Lee's down.
Oh, no, no, no. I got... Hold on, hold on. Okay, I threw that thing off me.
Oh, there's nothing more annoying when you're running quick and you get stuck on a wall and stand still.
I keep getting those bracers around my neck that they throw.
Yeah.
You got that one down.
Okay, there's 2
2
left.
left.
If we get another 7, I'm going to be angry.
Ah!
No, yeah, 'cause this is one more wave, isn't it?
My ultimate.
Oh, shoot. She's looking this way. Hey, good looking.
What you got cooking?
No.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
I saw them interviewing Pierre Polyev saying, you know, how would you deal with international trade? And it's like, look, we deal 60% of Canada's trade with America.
Yeah.
We need a good relationship with America.
Yep.
And it's like, Trump's going to put America first, which is correct. I'm going to put Canada first. It's like, that's what
Which is
Trudeau's not
correct.
been doing.
Yep. It's wild, eh? It's just the different sayings. Trudeau's stuck on this whole carbon tax. He wants to
Yeah,
increase it another
He keeps
60%.
talking about the green energy. That's all he talks about.
Yeah. It's crazy.
If there's ever been a man that's been bought out by the global elites, it's him.
Oh, easily, because they know he was easily persuaded. I got no more points,
That's
boys.
it.
Does anybody have extra points for me to repair crap?
I have
Doesn't
some,
matter.
yes.
I don't think I have it. No, I can give you what I can, but
Oh yeah, I've got
5300.
25k. Let me just give you this.
Okay, quick. Just walk
Try and
with me if you can. Walk with me while I repair all this stuff.
I'm going to steal one ammo box.
We're all swiping at Paul, trying
Yeah.
to give him points.
And I'm trying to repair before it all goes away. Okay, I think we got everything. All right, now I can just fix stuff up.
He's standing still. Now's our chance.
I can't believe they like repeated the Matrix.
I know. I hope they do it again. To be honest, it would just be funny, but no, it's not Matrix.
Yeah.
It is poppers and other
Oh,
poppers.
that's
This is like
Anticlimactic.
very anticlimactic.
That's crazy.
Like they're
we
blowing
wanted
everything up.
21.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yep, it's shock poppers and flame poppers.
Must be the white privilege.
Oh my.
And they're the people that are teaching our kids to,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I still can't believe that
Oh, shit.
all these countries are talking about, you know, reparations. I think that's the most insane conversation ever.
In
People
what
who were
context?
never
Slave-
slaves
Oh,
want money
slavery?
from
Yeah.
people who've never owned slaves.
Right. Not only that, but there's been slavery all over the world. Like, it's not just the black people who've been slaves, so, you know, over the
no.
history
There
of
are
the
more
mankind.
modern slaves now than there ever were slaves during the slave
Yeah.
trade.
Like, who do you think built the pyramids?
Did you guys see Sunny Holston from The View? She found out that her family was slave owners.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you know what? She wasn't all I got to do the reparations or whatever. She wasn't all
Of
that. She was
course.
just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm shocked. I'm
Oh, it's
shocked." Yeah.
terrible.
Oh.
I'm
Do you have time for
baffled.
another one, Paul, or not?
I do not. It's 5:23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pete, Paul, you both need to re-up, though.
Oh.
Both level
Yep.
100 again.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That's incredible. All right, so hop out, leave lobby, and re-up. Let's go.
It's been good conversation today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heroic.
absolutely.
Hold on, what's this heroic
nice to-
ascendant overkill? Sorry, James. I got this red
That's right.
box on my screen that says heroic ascendant overkill.
Wow, you use that gun a lot.
Oh, what re-up are you now?
36.
I'm
Okay, that must be
32.
the reward for that re-up 36.
So
Because I got heroic ascendant lancer.
can I use that?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's just a skin for it.
I see.
Okay, I do
Yeah.
like that skin. Okay, so James, what were you saying?
No, it's just nice to talk to people who don't get butthurt over my views.
Oh my gosh, no, and I wouldn't. And you know, if I was, I would just try to embarrass you openly through verbiage. that's just how I would do it.
So you must get hurt all the time then, Paul.
Lee, I just don't pay attention to anything you say. It's all good.
Well, guys, you enjoy your privilege-filled evenings.
Oh, I'm going to a
And,
privileged
wow.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm going to a white privileged gym to work out for 2 hours.
There you go. All right, gents. Thank you so much for
All right,
hanging
gents.
out.
All right.
Have a
Yeah,
great
have
night.
an awesome evening, guys. Take care.
All right, see
Bye.
you.
See you.
Oh my. This was a crazy day. All right, let's sum some of this up here. It's just all right, yeah, got that. Oh, okay. Holy crap. All right. So let me just say a couple things first before we end the chat. Sorry about the lighting. My black light broke, so I got to go buy a new one tomorrow. I just want to say, you can have political differences, all right? And it's okay. I'm going to chat politics because I like it. I know I'm frozen here and my screen will fix itself up. One sec. All right. You can have political differences and it's okay. You can chat about it. The good thing about my community is I have all walks of life, all brands, all political views, sexual orientation. I have it all here. And everybody's welcome. It's just, how can I put it? We had a gentleman in here and his his mentality is definitely different from, I guess, all of us in the chat. And some of us are much older, and like myself and Pete, we're much older than the other gentlemen, and that guy as well. And he had that to actually say privileged was offensive to James and Pete, and not myself, privileged Paul. Especially if you don't know our backstory or anything like that, especially where we came from. James got to share his story, which was awesome. Some of us have views, some have views of hot tempers. It's all good. It's all good. And so, so when you drop a term like privileged, you're kind of negating anything anybody struggled growing up through their entire life, as if we were just magically born with a spoon in our mouth. And I can tell you firsthand that's not the case. Many of us worked our butts off to get where we're at. Some of us, such as Pete, who worked his butt off a lot and is enjoying retirement. And that's something that we all want to get to, that point where we can enjoy a retirement. And so just to paintbrush us in the sense, there's a lot more at stake on both sides than opposed to just saying, hey, they're privileged. Because there is a lot of junk. His political views gave us some interesting conversations, but he crossed the line. Yeah, he crossed the line at the end. And when you say that somebody has to off themselves, in my chat, in close personal friends, and I got to draw the line there. I couldn't let that go, even though Pete has tough skin and it's all good. It's just, you don't want to. That's just nonsense. It's just some things you're not going to say. And that guy is from all my experiences, he's a good dude, good guy. I have personally no issues with him. He just said what he said, and that's the result of saying what you said. There was consequences, and so that's it. It was a consequence to a statement. And I totally fine with his political views, whether I agreed with them or not. They were a little outlandish and funny, but it was just that last statement. I'll tell you right now, it's Pete first, it's James first, it's Lee first, and with all honesty, Spuddy's been here for a long time now. It's Spuddy first. Agreed me greatly when we were called privileged. Yeah, the privilege line earned a rap that was thrown at him. Yeah, the privilege thing was a little silly. And that was my first time ever really dealing with somebody who claimed privilege. I've heard white privilege before, but in the context of our conversation, it almost seemed, I don't know if he was throwing white privilege in it. Maybe he was. I have to go back and analyze that again. We got to protect our privilege buds. With all honesty, yes, we do, Lee. We do. And that's what we were talking about is, if I work my butt off and I earned things through working my butt off, a person who is lesser status or may not have the things I have, they're not welcome to it. Hands down. They are not welcome to it. And because I could be labeled as privileged now, I shouldn't be like, all right, well, if somebody wants to come steal my crap, then that's totally fine. I had never actually had a conversation with anyone before with that line that was used, and now we know how you react to it, I guess. I just that was so mind-blowing to me. That was so foreign. That was foreign to me. So let me just throw it out here to anybody that's watching, or the billions watching the VOD as well, is many of us are at a point now where we're working our butt off, and it's hard to make ends meet, even though you're working your butt off and you're seeing your money go to this group of people, to that group of people, to these folks, to this, to that, overseas, to different countries that are fighting wars, or to climate change in my perspective in Canada. And we're kind of sick of it. We're kind of done being oppressed. And I can understand short fuses in that sense. Privilege is a term that get thrown away to dismiss an argument otherwise can't be argued against. Okay. But that's not a privilege. You earn that straight up. Yeah, and so Spuddy, I know he's your friend of sorts, like he's your Gears friend. So there's no maliciousness towards him whatsoever. I want you to know that, all right? I have no maliciousness. It's just that last statement. That's it. It just warranted the ban. He was like, you know what? Can't do that. Can't say that about Pete. And with all honesty, Pete's been with me seven years. I went to visit him in New York City. We hung out. Someday I would love to go visit him in Tennessee. And I consider Pete a big brother of sorts, a big brother. And so I'm protective. That's why I said Pete first. I'd be more protective over Pete, even though he can handle himself, obviously, right? We just heard him handle himself. So yeah. So no, yeah. I just want to make that stuff known. But we haven't banned somebody in a very long time, and I usually enjoy trolls that come in. They used to get banned instantly. It's like, you know what? Let's have a little fun with trolls. But yeah, that was just too over the line. And so that's just how we ended it. And that's how that ended. And we didn't do it right away. Kind of let everything settle, marinate, and let it go. And we did. But yeah, I have strong opinions. And I don't view a lot of them, or I don't verbalize a lot of them on stream and stuff like that. I felt there was no malice here. I wouldn't hang. Oh yeah, Spuddy, absolutely, dude. Yeah, and we appreciate you, man. You're part of the fam, part of the bros that play it, and you're kind of grandfathered in as a spot with this. It's just the way it is. And so like this is my crew for Gears. It's us five, and that's it. And other people are welcome if there's a spot available, but if everybody's available, that's it. That's all that's happening. It's just us five rocking and having a good time. So, excuse me, tomorrow, Mark hasn't messaged me, but I think we'll be doing some Call of Duty. As far as I know, it's freezing in my basement, just as a heads up. And yeah, so Privilege Paul. I need to look into a little more the privilege, and not the skin color privilege. I guess because what in your guys with Pete, James, and Lee and Spuddy, were you guys thinking he's referring to our color of our skin privilege? Because I know in the world today, in many people's eyes, the old white dudes are the enemy here. And grab a privileged hot water bottle and relax. Nobody does that, James, unless you're walking around saying, "Hello, handsome." Just saying. So stop it. Don't do that anymore. Don't even suggest it. Don't think he meant white. Okay, just meant we're privileged to have what we have. And yeah, so I can tell you I worked my butt off for that. For what I have, you're looking at arcade cabinets. Let me tell you, these are just arcade cabinets they're arcade one-up. They're not the coin-op ones that cost thousands of dollars. Like my Pac-Man one here was $3.99 that I paid for. Meaning Prisons has been lost for a long time. Yeah. And so the most expensive one I had, I think, is Tron, this one here. But yeah. So what I own is I don't own a lot of stuff. I've sold a lot of stuff, to be honest, to help make ends meet. I'm still learning the word privilege, whether I like it or not. No, Otney, absolutely, dude. And I get it. And Otney, I got to say, thank you for still hanging around us too, my man. We all work for what we have. That's it. And me, I'm working my butt off. I'm trying to do awesome at work. I want to keep my job. I want to get a new house next year. I just want a bigger house. I don't want a mansion. I can't afford a mansion, but I just want a larger house that has 2 bathrooms. That's all I'm asking. Yeah. Often from liberal friend circles, I'm in privilege is a blanket term for anyone who has achieved some level of financial stability, often as a derogatory term. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, then yeah, I guess I'm privileged. Is there a way to delete my profile on COD? I don't think so. Lee, I would reach out, dude. You know what, Lee? You know what you should do? Create that X account and reach out to Activision. Or look for an email. Go to their website and just say, hey, this is the error I'm having, and I'm getting pinned out hanging out with my homies. Because we need you on COD, dude. Wouldn't it be funny if you were like shadow banned? You know, I wonder if you're shadow banned. Take some pictures and send me the errors, dude, if you can. Just send them to me on Facebook or Discord. Take some pictures with your phone. Send them to me, and I'll look into it as well. I wonder if you're shadow banned because you're a cheater. They're never going to reply to me? Well, if you don't message them, they won't. Please take pictures of your errors and describe to me what's going on, and then I'll take a look and see what's up. See what I can find. Steph's still not home. She'll be home any minute though. But yeah. So to all of you wonderful people that hang out here, work your butt off and be proud of the work you've done. Anything that you get and earn on the way, be proud of it because you worked your butt off. Because I can tell you now, everybody hangs out with us. None of us are so proud that we're like, you're a peon. I'm way better than you. None of us are like that. Dev error is 7222. Yeah, take a picture of it, Lee, and send it to me. I'm chatting. How am I supposed to remember? What would cause the shadow ban? Lee cheating, to be honest. But anybody who dies by Lee, obviously he's cheating. So I'm kidding. So we made $100 towards our $1 million goal. I'm just throwing it out there. I'll send you a photo as well. Thank you, Lee, because I'm going to forget the error 72222. Because I've been getting dev errors as soon as I log into Warzone. It happened to me twice this morning. But I'm still able to, not Warzone, Call of Duty in general. But yeah, work hard, folks. That's it. And if you have different political views, it's okay. It's all right. The thing is you've got that one side that was the majority of verbalizing, even though they're the minority. They were getting pandered to and catered to. And now the other side has silently spoken and is so much louder now. And all of a sudden everyone's taken notice like, oh, the majority has spoken up a little. But we don't do it in the sense of our voice. We wait for the right moment. And I'm not going to say I'm a far right person or a far left person. I'm not. I'm more, who's going to help me and my family? That's it. That's my political views, is who's going to support my family, who's going to give me more money in my pocket on my paychecks that I work hard for every 2 weeks. Who's going to take taxes away from food, clothing, apartments to rent, houses to buy? Who's going to lower those taxes? So that's my political view. But I also have other strong views as well. But we don't fully just. You guys know, a lot of the ones that hang out with me know where I stand. You know where I stand with a lot of this stuff. Common sense. That's how I. And you know what? That's funny. That's how Pierre Poilievre says it. Common sense government. And that's why I would be voting for this man, because he made it known what he's doing. He's cutting taxes. He's giving us more money in our pocket. He's bringing common sense back to the government, and that's it. The far right people are sovereign citizens. Okay, so the term right and left is not a thing in Canada, even though they're trying. But so the far left is that Trump folks, and then the far right are the woke people? Is that how it works, or do I have it backwards? Because I can never get it right. I can never get it right. Oh, well. I guess it's really not important. All I know is I need things to get back to the way they were, and I don't mind some other stuff as well. That's it. But I'm not a privileged person. I'll tell you right now, I worked my butt off for what I got. Oh, well. All right. I got to say, right is Trump, left is Biden. Okay, all right, that says it already. Basically, sovereign citizens believe that the government is illegitimate and does not exist. Okay, I will say, watching the videos where the police officers stop sovereign citizens and they go on about how they're sovereign and they don't have to do anything the police say and all that stuff, I do giggle at that. I'm just throwing that out there. Whether you believe that stuff is right, and it is kind of funny. And then they eventually give up they still get a ticket and all that stuff. It's funny. But sovereign citizens, yeah. It's that stuff is making its way to mainstream media on TV shows and stuff like that. Steph and I were watching an episode of, it was 911. That is true, far right. All right, Steph and I were watching an episode of 911, and I got watching. I was like, this girl's going to say she's a sovereign citizen. And she did. And it worked out bad for her because the cop shot and killed her. And it was, yeah. Was it funny? Yeah, it was. But anyways, that's just the way they portrayed it. I was just like, oh my gosh, we're starting to see real political stuff make its way into media. Anyways, boys and girls, Sunday, is that December 1st? True far leftist communists? Ooh. Yeah, all right. Hold on, I think it is, isn't it? Yes, Sunday's December 1st. Christmas, baby. I'm ready to rock. Santa's coming to town. All right, you amazing people. This has been a great stream. Love Gears Day. It's a necessity. Gears Day is a necessity. We have great conversation like it says in the title. And it is great conversation. But yeah, if we disagree, it's totally cool. That's why I say in my reaction videos, it's if I critique something, it's not an attack on you or the artist. It's just that thing. And I got some videos coming up this week, which I do critique a couple things. And I'm waiting to see if there's any backlash. Wish all the best to you, Steph, Isaiah, and Isaac. You guys stay strong and happy together. Get dream house next year. I don't know about a dream house, Otney. I just want a house with 2 bathrooms. That's it. Today was particularly juicy one. Yes, it was, Pete. Otney, thank you so much, dude. I gotta say, like, you came from reaction videos and you've stuck around, and it is so impressive that you're here like every single day. And it's all of this Mooney, James Mooney. Yeah, you've become one of the fam as well. It's all, you're here. I only have a few people that show up for stream every day, and you're one of them, dude. So thank you. It's so awesome. And we're friends on Facebook as well, all that stuff. Awesome. All right, guys, I can sit here and chat all day, and Steph is just getting home now. Cool. All right, so here we go. Otney's a good guy. I just have to teach him Splatoon is dog shit. 100%. And you take Pete's ribbings really good, Otney, I'm just saying. All right, you amazing people. Steffi's home right now. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you tomorrow, and I'll see you on Monday. So here we go. As usual, my name is Paul, and you guys take care. See you guys. Love all you beautiful people. Yeah.